Welcome to Some Shit We Like, episode number, I think I saw Rick type 317.
Yep.
My name is Bryce, and I'm here with Mike and Rick, and this is Some Shit We Like. Rick is staring me down for whatever reason, but that's okay. I'm going to keep doing the intro because I do remember how to do it. This is a podcast that we do, and I just pounded the table. Rick's going to hate me for that.
No, the mic's not on it anymore.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. We talk about, as the title suggests, some shit we like. Movies, video games, tech, porn. No, that doesn't happen very often. We talk about whatever the fuck we want to, but generally there's a lot of movies and video games and that sort of thing in the show. If you are watching us live, thank you for watching us live and paying attention to social media so you are aware when we go live. Today we are late partially because of me, but actually it turns out it's not fully because of me because we had some technical difficulties, and that means I could have slept more, but it is what it is. If you aren't able to catch us live, you can catch the audio of this show on Tuesday. It goes up generally around 10 or 11 a.m. on someshitwelike.com, and will be available on podcast services that you like, pretty much all of them. Maybe there's some we aren't on, but we're on most of them. We're on all the good ones, all right? That's what we're on. Yeah. And then if audio only isn't your thing and you missed the live show, you could still catch video clips of this that we'll put up throughout the week. The days generally are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but it just varies depending on the video. And if you missed the live thing and want to see the whole show without it being in bits and pieces, you could do that on Friday. It'll be up at noon. So that's the deal. Hey!
Look who's back!
Yeah, I'm back. Sort of
back.
Yeah, well, I'm back, but if I don't seem as energetic, it's because I'm still jet lagged, unfortunately, even though I've been back for a week.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I think I'll be all right.
We got some fun shit to
My
talk
eyes
about.
are on fire.
You'll be good.
My eyes are on fire for whatever reason.
You need Tom Cruise with his witch power to save you?
Yeah, maybe. So, I'm glad to see that I wasn't replaced. I felt replaced for a bit. James was on quite a bit. I was like, oh, I guess I'm just done.
It was fun having James on.
Yeah.
Real quick, speaking of James, I think, Rick, you and I need to make a formal apology to Mr. James Redwine because for the 4 weeks that he was on, we did not once mention his YouTube channel. We put it in the notes. But we did not on air say, hey, go check out James's channel. And I realized that yesterday, and I felt like a complete asshole.
I think you guys are too used to someone like me being in this chair who has none of that presence. So you're just like,
it will be, again.
His name on the lower third has at James Redwine, his Twitter.
Yeah, I know, but we
should have said something. Sorry, James.
James has a YouTube channel, and we will, again, in the notes this week, put that there.
Yeah, especially because today he couldn't join us because he went to Disneyland for the
Galaxy's
Edge. So he's gonna have a video probably in the next week or so.
So I'm the special guest for this week, filling in for James.
Yeah, James couldn't make it, so we called
Bryce
standby.
Yeah. Dragged my ass out of bed. Is James more active on YouTube again? I know when he was on, he said he hadn't really been.
He kind of had a lull, but I think he's gonna be more active.
Okay.
Him and Rick are gonna start doing something now.
I've heard. This is new.
Yeah.
Sorry, James. James has a YouTube channel. It's in the notes.
So we're streaming this on the new PC.
Yeah.
Which we did have a little issues with, and we kind of still do. I personally don't like the way the picture looks.
So it doesn't look as bad as you think it does, but I definitely agree with you that it's different. It's different.
Yeah. I feel like we're really white.
We're blown out a little bit.
Well, there you go, blown out.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything you want to talk about Japan that stood out this time from the last other times you went?
What does that mean?
Like anything different?
Different.
It's always different. Every time it's different.
Anything in particular that I should definitely talk about this on the show?
I don't know. Do you really want to hear me gush about Japan for a long time?
Well, I'm talking about a specific thing.
Here's the thing I want to ask you, because I started to ask you
about
all
stands
this.
out.
And
yes.
Did you go to the Pokemon Center?
No.
The jet lag when you come back always hits you really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, the first few times, no exaggeration, you were down and out for a fucking month at one point. Because your body was still trying to, get used to being back there.
What about when you're there?
That's the question. What's the transition like going from here to there?
Yeah. So Mike asked me this on Voxer the other day, and then you kind of planted that seed in my head, like maybe this is good podcast fodder or whatever. So I started. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will save it for the podcast. So yeah, like I'm jet lagged right now. I mean, I'm just like on a bad cycle in terms of coming back, which is always hard. I'll get to that in a second though. But yeah, so when we go, let me think. Our flight there left at 11:30 in the morning.
Okay.
11:30. Actually, our flight got delayed by a half hour, and it left at 12:10, I believe. I think we actually started pulling out at 12 because everyone was on the plane. Yeah. The flight there takes a little bit longer. It takes closer to 10 hours, maybe 9.5. But on the way back, it goes faster because you're going with the jet stream, I guess. Right. So we land. So I left on Tuesday, and then I landed in Japan on Wednesday at 3:30 in the afternoon.
PM. Okay.
PM. I didn't sleep on the plane at all. So at 3:30 p.m., I think at 3:30 p.m., it's like Thursday night at like, I think it's like 11 o'clock. Okay. Tuesday night. It's Tuesday at like 11 p.m. So I'd be tired, obviously.
Right.
So I didn't sleep on the plane at all. So I'm kind of a zombie when you get off the flight. You kind of just sort of feel like shit a little bit, just because like you just been on the plane for all that long.
You've been
like
fucking pressurized for 9 hours.
Yeah, so you don't feel your best, but it feels good to get off. And yeah, so I get off.
Pull out, get off.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So we go out. Excuse me. We go off. We get our bags. And then in the airport, I go to the post office that's in there and pick up the Wi-Fi that I have. I get that. And then we hop on the train to get to the station that's close to Annie's grandparents' house. That train ride is about 47 minutes. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like that though. Like it's kind of weird. There's something about like, obviously a train that was nonstop would technically be faster, but to me there's something about like making the stops that makes it feel faster, because I guess it just feels like you're not on there for a solid 47 minutes, and it feels like you're slowly progressing, you know?
Yeah.
So we do that, and so I think like this time, like Annie's mom and brother actually were on, because they booked their flight before us. They were on a different they flew American, and so we got in at roughly the same, even though our flight was delayed, we still got in about, like, we left at the same time as them, but we got in about a half hour before them.
Oh shit. Okay.
So we got our stuff, then they were in a different terminal, so we had to meet up with them first. So what I'm getting at is, by the time all was said and done, I think we ended up at Funabashi Station, which is close to where Annie's grandparents are, at about 6:30 at night. And when we get there, Annie's grandparents always have this big spread for us to eat, and so we have dinner, but we're just like, we're tired. Like, at that point, I'm tired. You know what I mean? But no, I should correct myself. So here's the thing: I'm tired on the plane. As soon as I get off, it's done. I'm fucking pumped. I'm just like, I can't wait. I can't wait to have the food.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see what she's pulled out for us and all this stuff. And then we have beers.
Spread, pulled out.
Yeah.
Get off.
Yeah.
Those are the important things to take from
I can't wait.
Story.
I can't wait to have like a nice cold beer or whatever, and take a bite into a nice juicy stick of yakitori.
Yeah.
Which is what she had for us, and it was wonderful. But anyway, so we do that, and yeah, have a few beers, and we end up talking to her grandparents until whatever time. I think this time, God, I think we stayed up till midnight, actually, Japan time.
Okay.
Maybe it was a little bit earlier. Maybe it was more like 11. I don't know. And so we do that. We go to sleep. And I know I'm building this up for a bit. And so we all go to sleep. And then, I'm not kidding. So Brian and Annie and I are all sleeping in the same room. And Annie's mom is in her room, because this is the house she grew up in. So she's actually in her room.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So she's in her room. And I didn't know about Annie's mom because she didn't really pop out of her room. But Annie and Brian and I all woke up at around the same time, like having to go to the bathroom. There's only one bathroom in the house, so we have to go down the stairs, and and so we all come back and we're like, it's fucking 3:30 in the morning. And it's 3:30 in the morning in Japan, but we're just like, I'm so awake right now. We've only been asleep for 3 hours, but I feel like I'm awake. I'm fucking awake. So we we're talking to each other for a while. Like, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to go back to sleep. I think eventually Annie and Brian did end up falling back to sleep. I did not.
Oh, no.
But I was good. I was a little tired, but I was good. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. What happens on the way there is you're up and ready to go really early. Like, progressively, it would get better. And the next day I woke up at about... For the first few days, and it actually hit me the worst... This is the worst it hit me on the way there. Normally... Going there, it's really not that bad. Like
probably the excitement and adrenaline just keeps you fucking going until your body does even out.
Well, and then it kind of works out because like when we land there, it's nighttime here, and then it's basically evening in Japan. So it's kind of like, okay, well, if I'm gonna go to sleep, this is about the time that I would normally go to sleep.
I can power through a couple more hours,
right?
And,
so it should be fine. But it fucks with you in a different way because, like I said, I'll go to sleep thinking I slept 8 hours, and I wake up and it's only been 3, and it's 3:30 in the morning. I think for the first 3 days, normally that only happens to me the first day, and the next day I'm kind of good. But all of us, including Annie's mom, and we all said this is the worst it's affected us ever on the way there. The first 3 days, we probably woke up at about 3:45, 4 in the morning with regularity. Then I would try to go back to sleep, but like clockwork, I'd wake up at like 4 a.m. and I'd feel like I'd have to take a piss like I haven't pissed for 3 months. Like I'm just like, oh fuck, I have to pee, you know, and like it was insane.
That's how I felt last week at the end of the show, by the way.
You know, I thought I was editing the show. I could see you just.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, can we hurry up? I have to pee.
And by the way, hello Bolo and Broken Wolf. Thank you for noticing that I have returned. So yeah, like that's kind of what happens on the way there. Like, but then as the longer I'm there, I progressively start sleeping a little bit later and later and later. But for whatever reason, like we wake up in the middle of the night having to pee really bad. And I say the same thing there that I do here. I kind of wonder if it's like when I'm waking up there, it's kind of daytime here.
Yeah.
And I wonder if my body's just used to going to the bathroom at a certain time. Because like I'll wake up having to pee so many times, and it's like I haven't peed in so long. So that's kind of what happens there. So it's not that bad,
right? Because it's different going that way against time than coming this way.
They actually say going west is easier than going east.
Yeah.
And so that's what they say. And then what's really trippy is like we literally fly over the international date line, and that's what just fucks you up. You know, like about just past Hawaii, and as you're getting closer to Japan, you pass over the international date line, and that's when things like morph into now you're 16 hours ahead, and it's such a fucking mind fuck. Like right now at this time of year it's 16 hours ahead. When we do our daylight savings thing, we're 17 hours. It's 17 hours like when we fall back. But yeah, man, like on the way back, that's trippy too because we did a different flight this time, which I think I told you. Normally we take a flight that leaves Japan at about like 5 o'clock in the evening, and that would land here at like 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m. On the same day that I left in Japan. So if I left Tuesday, let's say I left Tuesday at 5 o'clock, I would land in here at Tuesday at 11 a.m. Yeah. So literally like I'm a time traveling fool.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird thing. This time, we booked a flight that we're like, let's try this. And we actually left out at a different airport. There's 2 really big airports close to in the Tokyo area. Annie's grandparents live just outside of Tokyo. So we left out of Haneda, which we've never done. And the flight was supposed to leave at 9:55 p.m. Like, I'm talking maybe an hour after we booked the flight, we got an email saying that our flight time has been changed, which I was like, okay, it's not like a delay. So for some reason they changed it. So our flight time got changed to, so we came back on May 23rd. So we were supposed to leave May 23rd at 9:55 p.m. Our flight time got changed instead to May 24th at 12:30 a.m. Okay. So it got delayed about 2.5 hours, 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, that's different. Like, oh, that's fine. And we kind of liked it because it was kind of cool because it gives us like a full day. We actually got to have dinner with Annie's grandparents again before we left. And then what I liked about it is when we landed back here, we landed here on Thursday at like 6:45 p.m.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, that'll be kind of good because if we come back and we're tired and we fall asleep, then what does it matter? We're going to sleep at the time that we should be going to sleep, so who cares? But it's such a trip though, because like.
No, because your body's like, no, fuck you.
Your body doesn't care. But it's such a trip though, because like we left Annie's grandparents at like 8:00 p.m. and then we're on Thursday night, and then I land in LA at 6:45 p.m. on Thursday night, and it's just like, oh god, I've done this before. Like, it's such a fucking trip. And then so the plan failed sort of, because when we take the earlier flight, but early, like so 5 p.m., even though we're traveling at night, and if I slept on the plane then, it would make sense because it's still nighttime in Japan. I don't generally end up feeling that tired on that flight, and I don't sleep that much, and I kind of do that on purpose, and then I try to stay up all day when we land at 11. But this time, you know, we're on Japan time, and we're not even taking off till 12:30, and so about an hour into that flight, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and it's just like, you know, I'm there for a month, and so I kind of get on Japan time. I'd almost say when it's close to being about leaving, I really get on a good groove. Like, maybe about 3 weeks into the trip, I start being able to sleep till about 9:00 and, like, staying up and, getting on a schedule that I kind of get on when I'm here.
So what you're trying to say is you got to stay longer.
I mean, I always want to stay. I always want to stay longer, but I mean, no, but it does. Like, it's an adjustment. It's definitely an adjustment. So, but by this point, by the time the trip is ended, like, 1 a.m. hits, and I'm exhausted. And so I slept on this flight on the way back more than I ever probably have. I wouldn't be surprised if I slept maybe 4 or 5 hours on the plane. So the flight went really quick. The flight on the way back is closer to about 8 hours and 45 minutes, 9 hours. So when we landed, I wasn't tired, but I was like, well, maybe I'll still get tired. I didn't get that much sleep, but I ended up landing. You know, we see Tulip again for the first time. Brian comes up. Brian literally, like, within 5 minutes being in the door, like, you want to have a beer? And I'm just like, oh, God. I'm like, well,
sounds right.
I don't know. I guess that kind of sounds good, but I'm fucking stuffed because Annie's grandma made so much food. They put out so much food before we left. Plus, we ate on the plane twice. And, so I'm like, man, my stomach, I don't know, really wants it, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll have a beer. Like, I'm awake. Like, let's just do it. I think we end up having 4.
You'll never say no to a beer.
Sometimes I'll say no to a beer. We end up having 4 or 5 beers, and then I think that night, I'm trying to remember, I think we went to bed at a decent time. Like, Annie was napping for a little bit, and then I think we went to bed at about 2:30 in the morning. But then, for some reason, I woke up at 8-something in the morning and just was awake, and I'm just like, well, that's different. Because normally that first night, I sleep till well into the afternoon.
You sleep a day and a half.
Yeah, I sleep till well in the afternoon. That still happened this time, but it didn't happen to me until Friday night. So Friday night, even though I didn't get much sleep, Friday night, I ended up staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I slept till about 4:30 or 5 p.m. the next day on Saturday. And then that's where I've been ever since. So
it's been going down little by little, I've noticed.
Whether
you're forcing it or
right.
not.
So
you're
yes. So yesterday and today, we set an alarm. We've set alarms before, and we've both ignored. Like, Annie sets hers, and then she ends up ignoring it, and then it doesn't wake me up anyways.
Does she have a better time adjusting back?
Who?
Annie?
No, we're literally both on this. We're literally both in the same boat. Like, so I wanted to sleep more. Like, the alarm went off at 12, and Annie woke me up, and she's like, "Do you want to sleep till 12:30?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll sleep till 12:30." Because I knew I told you guys 1. I'm like, I'll sleep till 12:30. Like I said, because I told them, I'm like, look, if you don't hear from me by 1 o'clock, just assume I'm asleeping.
Or dead.
I'm asleeping. Or dead. Assume I'm asleeping or dead, and just record without me.
We wanted you on the show.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate that. Because I didn't want to make any promises. Because, like,
Rick is so tired of just being with me that he wanted you back so bad.
Oh, I appreciate being wanted, but I didn't want to make any promises because with regularity, no matter what, even when I've woken up at 12:30 and I haven't gotten much sleep, a switch flips in me, and next thing Annie and I know, it's like, it's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Are you tired? No, I'm not tired at all. Even when we've been going to bed at 5:30 or 6, we're just like, well, let's just go to bed and try.
You know, I know it's completely different, but like the farthest I've gone is New York and New Jersey, and it's only 4 hours ahead.
3 hours.
3 hours ahead, and when I'm there, like, I just stay up late. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, when I'm here, I can't do it, but when I'm over there, like, I stay up to like 4 or 5 in the morning.
It could be because when it's 4 or 5 in the morning there, it's really only 2 a.m. here.
But Rick is not.
But
No,
I'm
I
not
know,
necessarily
yeah.
the night person.
Like,
No,
do
but
you know,
it's still
I'm
don't
like a
you
totally
remember
different
how
person.
hard it was to get him to stay on burnout longer than
Yeah,
1
yeah.
a.m.?
But I mean, it could just be a combination of that, your body being on California time, and then also like you're not working and you're not getting up like early
That's probably
necessarily.
And again, it's the excitement of being
on
on
that
vacation.
too.
And
it's
the
that, and
adrenaline and the excitement of being somewhere
It's
else.
definitely that too.
And like with coming back from Japan, like the jet lag is fucking murder, but you're also on vacation hangover. You're like, man,
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, which
What's the point of even living?
No,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna sleep for two days.
No,
I hear you, man.
it definitely feels that way because I mean it's no secret. I love Japan. I actually like Japan more than I like it here. That's just my opinion. And then it's also hard. I think a lot of people don't understand. Just so you do understand, like when we go, we stay for so long because there's family over there, and we see our family that lives outside of Tokyo. Our family, my family by proxy, and then we also see our family that lives in southern Japan, and it's nice to see them. And we hadn't seen them for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Last time we were there was when Annie's cousin got married. And it's just like...
And that was a quick... Was that... No, you stayed
no,
there
I
for the
stayed
whole
there.
time.
Stayed there. Yeah, like what happened was we had went a couple months before,
Right.
and the day we landed, I was like, oh, Annie's cousin's getting married in June. It's like, oh, well, like they want to know if you want to come. Like, yeah, we'll come back for that. Like, like I don't like. Let's not miss that. And of course, any excuse to go to Japan
And be there for a month.
right. But like, I just so people understand, it's just like it really hit. I knew we hadn't been for a while, but it hit me because like when we get to the station and we know what like Annie's mom was with us too, and so we end up we take a cab because we have all the luggage from the station. It's like a 10-minute cab ride, if that. And it's just easier to take a cab from there. When you have no luggage, we take a bus, and the bus is like 5 minutes, and it's easy. But Annie's grandparents now just wait for us at the house. When we hadn't been for a while, they'd often meet us at the station and greet us. But then we're just like, don't worry about it. It's fine. And so we get there, and the cab drops us off, and we open the front door. The door's open, ready for us, and it's just like that's when it hit me that it had been too long since we last been because Annie's grandma just started crying when she saw us.
Oh wow!
And it was just like I'm just like, man, this is just like they're getting older, and it's hard. That's where it hit me. I was like, man, we have to come more often. Like 2 years is too long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because the moment we leave, they're counting down to when we come back again, and it's hard. That's the thing that's hard. I like it there, yes. That's part of it. I do fun stuff when I'm there. Like it could be as simple as like there were some days where honestly we didn't go out and we were at her grandparents' house and I watched some baseball games with her grandpa. And at 1:00 in the afternoon, her grandpa said to me, "Your grandpa who doesn't speak English very well. He knows a lot of it. He could write it. We have grammar discussions on paper. Like he'll write down to me. He'll write what's a good example? He'll write down R and R. So he'll write down O-U-R and A-R-E, and he'll want me to explain like how is this different? And I'm like, man, English does not make fucking sense, does it? Like when I'm thinking about it, he'll point or he'll do there, and there. So T-H-E-R-E, T-H-E-I-R, and T-H-E-Y''re, and I'm like I have to explain it to him, and I'm just like. He really makes me think. It's like, wow, English does not make fucking sense. Like, it's a good thing we learn this, like when we're growing up. But he knows stuff, and like he'll say things and he'll speak, but like a lot, and that's with a lot of Japanese people. Like a lot of them know English, but they're embarrassed of how good they are at it. Like they don't know how good they are at it, so they're kind of shy to speak it.
Right.
So we're sitting around and we were watching. The SoftBank Hawks that was the first baseball game that I went to when I was there, and that's Annie's uncle's team basically. Like they're in Fukuoka. That's the local team there, and and they were playing. I forget who they were playing. Funnily enough, though, like so this game's on. We're watching it, and then suddenly your grandpa turns to me and is like, "Do you want whiskey or do you want a highball?" And highballs are real big right there, so he starts making me a drink. And so he made me like a club soda and whiskey, and he had to put a fucking lemon in it and ice, and it was all this stuff, and he brought out all these snacks, and I just like I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I would not trade this for anything right now. I'm sitting here watching a Japanese baseball game, drinking whiskey and having snacks in Japan with someone who I consider my grandfather too. And it was just like it's so awesome. So like it's the point that I'm getting at is like it's hard not being there, and it's hard to leave. Like I told my mom, I equated it to because like I have half brother and half sister, and so when I was they're quite a bit. They're definitely older than me, like by a lot. You know, I was the baby, not by a lot, but like they're both in their 40s, early 40s. Sorry for giving away your ages, guys. I'm sure my brother doesn't care. My sister might.
She doesn't like it.
Yeah, she doesn't. Hopefully. But yeah, like, so when I was little, you know, like we used to have to drop them off at their dad's house. You know, they'd stay with us for every 3 weeks, and I'm like a little kid, and like I want to hang out with my brother and sister. So I'd always be I think I'd cry sometimes after I dropped them off, and so I'd be upset that, you know, we had to drop them off. And so that's what I told my mom, like, Mom, like, remember how much you didn't like having to drop them off and how much I hated it? Like, that's what it's like to leave there, because they're so sad that we're leaving, and they want to know when we're coming back. And so it's just like, in some ways I have like another life in Japan, in like a weird, like in a way. And so it's hard. So it's more than just like a trip. It's getting to see family. For Annie, it's really special because she, you know, left Japan when she was like 2.5, 3 years old, and didn't see her grandparents again until she was 19 or 20. And so she wants to take advantage of all the time that she can with them, because they're, I think, 82 and 86 respectively. You'd think they're 50. Like, it's insane. They both ride bikes to the grocery store every single day and get groceries. Or grandpa goes out and was buying beer and whiskey and all kinds of stuff on a bike. Like, they have so much energy. There was some nights where we were honestly, Annie's mom and Brian left not early, but they were there for 2 weeks. We were there for 4. So they left before us. So then it was just us. And there were some nights where Annie and I were talking to our grandparents till 1 a.m, drinking until 1 a.m. It's like they're 82, 86 years old. It's like it's 1:30 in the morning. And I picked up on a lot of Japanese, and like I said, her grandpa knows not more than he lets on, but they know a lot, and so we do okay. But Google Translate actually came in very handy, and we used the feature that where you're having a conversation. So I hit conversation, and so basically they would talk and we'd talk back, and like I had some of the best I'll show you. I had some of the best conversations with them, like that. You just do it on auto; it'll detect it and it'll translate it. Yeah.
That could be any language.
Well, you could set it.
You have to set the language.
Well, you don't have to. It can detect it, but you can set it also prior to that. We had some of the best conversations with them that I feel like we've ever had, because that's the first time that it's the first time I've went there with this phone, and I think it's the first time that Google Translate has been this advanced for me to try out something like that. It just
recently had a big
update.
Yeah. So that was really helpful. So we had some of the best conversations we've probably ever had with them. You know, like, it's always hard when Annie's mom's there; she's translating through them.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get at is, it's nice to be there. I talk about Japan so much because I do think it's an amazing place that I think you guys I would recommend anybody to go to. But then on top of that, I have family there, and it's just hard to leave.
Right, of course.
So yeah. To go back to what you were saying, it is like it's a come down from the trip. I kind of go through sort of a depression because I do like it there so much, and then it's hot. Like, I feel so bad leaving them because they're older. And I feel so bad leaving them.
And it's obvious they want you guys there for longer.
And they want us to be there. I mean, you know, her grandma wants to move in with them. Or she wants to buy the house down the street and all this other stuff. And it's just... Yeah, so it's tough. And so it's that. And then plus being fucking tired. Like, jet lag really fucking fucks with you. Like, it fucks with your body. It fucks with your mental state, I think. Like, I've actually looked, can jet lag cause depression? And it says that...
Oh, you're way more susceptible to it because your defenses are down, essentially.
Yeah, and it says that you can. So it's just like, right now my eyes are burning, even though I've gotten sleep. Like, I mean, I feel like I actually do think I fell asleep pretty, like, I sent that at about 3:30, that Vox to you guys. I don't think I saw 4 a.m. So I think I did legit sleep till about 12. So I got 7 or 8 hours of sleep, easy. But my eyes still fucking hurt. And it's because it's morning right now. It's kind of early in Japan right now.
Your body's still adjusting.
And it's the same deal. Like, I'll have dinner at 8 o'clock at night, and then about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm hungry. And it's because it's dinner time in Japan. It's fucking weird. Jet lag is so fucking weird. Yeah. And, you know, like, some people will be like, well, like, what if you had, like, because I don't have a traditional job. Like, what if you had a traditional job and you had to get up? And it's like, I can get up for stuff. That's not a question. Yeah. Like, I've done that already this week. Like, Annie had an appointment she had to go to. I got up at a certain time. It doesn't matter. Even if you have to get up at 7 a.m., it's not going to necessarily set you right. Because even when I've gotten, even like when I had to get up at, I think we had to get up, like, it's not that bad, but like we had to get up to make this afternoon appointment. But for us, it's bad because we're staying up till 7:30 in the morning. So it's like, I think we got up at like 11:30 or 12 or something. And so I'm fucking tired. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. I'll go to sleep at a normal time. Nope. Doesn't happen. So even if, you know, like if Rick, for example, went and then had to come back and do his regular work thing, maybe he'd get up and go to work and
also,
he'd be fine.
If Rick's not there for a fucking month, Your
Right.
body doesn't have time.
There's that
adjust.
too. There's that too. Yeah.
Your body's in shock when you get there.
I kind of want to try it just to see.
But then if you came back right away, your body would be like, "Oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We're this is normal." But
Yeah.
because you go and that first week that you're adjusting, from then on for the next 3 weeks, you're there on that time. And then that's when coming back is even worse because you're so adjusted. Like people who travel internationally for business, they deal with jet lag too, but it's not as bad because they're never in one place long enough.
Yeah, it's quick.
For their body to adjust and get used to something.
Yeah.
You're just into a routine and you're finally into a routine and it's like, nope, now you got to go back.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it, but then also too, just like I said, if I did have some sort of traditional 9 to 5 and had to get up for it, it probably would suck getting up for it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I could do it, but even if I did it, I'm sure by the time night would hit, I'd probably like, fuck, I have to go to sleep now, but I can't. Like, it's just like your body, all I could say is your body takes over. You know, like, if I could get out of this cycle, I would. I'm not just doing it for shits and giggles. I'm going to stay up till 6 a.m. and sleep till 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I can't. I need to start.
This is the thing I will say, though, is, like, it didn't happen the last time you went, but the previous times you had gone, when you came back, I was always excited because I was like, all right, this is prime time to play games with Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's up super fucking
true.
late.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm hoping we get, because something we're going to talk about later, I'm hoping we really are able to get into some gaming. While your body is still adjusting back to
and what's
American
funny,
time.
No, exactly. What's funny is, like, I generally do stay up late, but that, like, in this case, I stay up all fucking night.
Yeah.
So,
Because we had fucking burnout sessions that would go till like 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because Bryce is still fucked up, and I'm like, as long as I'm talking, I'm good. Let's keep going.
We'd have burnout sessions even when I wasn't jet lagged, where I'd have to get up at 6 a.m. and it'd be fucking 3 a.m. and like, shit, I should stop.
Yeah.
What did you say you'd want to try just to see? Something when I was talking about the jet lag.
Travel
and just
come
to
back.
try the jet lag.
I mean, yeah.
I know it's only for like 3 hours as far as New York is, but I've never felt like it bothered me.
I mean, I don't think it's not gonna have the same
yeah.
effect. It's really not.
It'll be super minor.
Yeah.
On that note, though, I think my body is on New York time, even though I've never been there.
I mean, because I experienced it a little bit, like when I went to Florida. So I was on I was on East Coast time, but I was only gone for I think maybe a week, if that.
And you also went and did something, so you were like, again, it didn't make it easier.
Yeah.
But you weren't thinking about it as much because you were there for a specific reason to do something.
Right. Exactly. So yeah.
When you go to Japan, you literally go now to not do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of that. I mean, there's things that we want to do,
course.
and we sometimes travel within the country. This trip, I'd say, was very family oriented, which was nice. Like we got to see a lot. Like, you know, Annie's anxiety kicked up a little bit, and that's kind of why we didn't do some stuff. We did end up traveling a bit, but there's a lot of stuff we actually like. Believe it or not, for me, the time goes by so fast. Like I thought the trip had just started, and there's all these things we wanted to do that we didn't end up doing. There's like, what the fuck, and so. I can't wait to go back, but yeah, that's kind of the story.
You had to show me the riverbed.
Oh yeah,
the river.
Yeah. Well, Rick kept asking for pictures and stuff, and
ended up calling me.
And then like I asked him like, well, dude, do you have like Google Duo? Like Google Duo is actually pretty cool. Like I really
never used it.
Yeah, I used it one time to talk to my that college teacher that I still talk to from time to time. Like we both didn't want to like. He's like, you got something other than Skype? I'm like, well, I have Duo on my phone. I never really used it. And what's cool about it is, like, you don't have to make a name. It just works with your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, you literally, like, so if I call you with Duo, it's going to come in like a phone call. And, and it's really cool. And so Rick was asking for pictures. And so I'm like, well, are you awake right now? Like, I think it was early enough. And so, like, I had him on video chat, and I sort of walked him a little bit around the neighborhood a bit. And
that's cool.
Yeah. So Japan was fun. This show will be 5 hours if I keep talking about it. But I always see something new. It doesn't get old to me. I think that's one thing that keeps Japan so interesting. I mean, even for people that live there, they're constantly introducing new products, like in terms of like new flavors of chips, seasonal flavors of things. And I think that actually keeps things really interesting. And that's why I always say it's different. I mean, I could live inside a convenience store there. It's nothing like the convenience stores here.
I know that in Europe, that Cool Ranch Doritos are called Cool American. Are they called Cool American in Japan? Do you know?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I've
Okay.
even seen.
American?
I don't know
It's
that I've
called
even.
Cool American.
Yeah, I don't think I've even seen those there, but maybe they are. But like, I don't know. I had some chips. They were fucking delicious. That were. I looked at these and like, what's on this bag of chips? That looks like spaghetti and like meat sauce. And they were meat sauce flavored chips. They were like spaghetti flavored
that's
chips,
funny.
and it tasted just like I just put a bite of spaghetti in my mouth.
Science, y'all. Fucking
It was
science.
It was so fucking good. Like, and it's stuff like that. It could be little things like that. I could go there and not leave her grandparents' house the whole time and go to the convenience store or maybe just stay local, and I'd still say it was like one of the best trips I've ever had. It's just how it is.
That's awesome.
So, but we can move past that. Rick, you asked, was there one little thing? It's everything, man. Like every time I go there, I can't think of something right now. I'm sure it'll come, but there I keep going.
It is. Snatch or not snatch. Spread.
Yeah, snatch,
Pull out.
snatch,
Get off.
spread. Yeah,
Come. Gotcha.
but yeah, like every time I go there, I'm blown away by something. Honestly, just yeah. I
You
don't know.
didn't see Detective Pikachu in Japan?
I didn't see anything in Japan. I could have seen it a
Have
week
you
before
have
you.
you seen anything since you've been back?
I saw Captain Marvel, but not in theaters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Not on the plane either. I
Really?
saw it online.
Oh.
Yeah, it was HD, so I saw that. So I'm one step closer to seeing Captain Marvel, or sorry,
Avengers.
Endgame. That one. Yeah.
You didn't. I was gonna say you didn't listen to their spoiler review.
Nope.
Did you? Okay.
I don't know anything.
All right.
That's good.
Didn't see
Wow.
John Wick. Didn't see anything.
Batman
It's definitely-
Batman showed up at the end. It was great.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely could have, but like I kept telling Rick and like Francis and other people, like, go see it. They're just like, you gotta understand. Look, I'm not here all the time. It's
I
like
don't want to do that.
it's like I can go see this movie when I come back. I've seen a movie in Japan, but the movie that I saw when I was in Japan was like part of the Ring series, and it wasn't gonna come out here. I'm like, oh, this is fucking dope. I want to go see this. And so I've experienced that, and seeing a movie in Japan was awesome. If I was gonna be there for 2 months, I probably would have done it. You know, if I lived there, obviously I would do it. But it's hard for me to justify, in my opinion, wasting 3 hours doing something that I could literally do here down the street.
Yeah,
you know?
I get it. Our priorities are just different.
You understand what I mean, though? Like,
I do.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. That wouldn't stop me though.
I feel like if it wasn't Endgame, I think you would get what I'm saying.
yeah.
I think it's because
If
it's
you
that.
ha-
I think
if
it's
you
because it's that
hadn't-
movie.
If you hadn't seen Endgame, I think you'd understand. But having seen Endgame, it makes it harder to be able to want to pass it up.
Or if it just wasn't that movie. Like, if it was just like if it
If it
was
wasn't that movie,
yeah, if it was something else. Plus, at the same time,
like
you-
honestly, like John Wick, I could have waited for
Yeah.
it. But if it was Endgame and I didn't see it,
Mhm.
I would hate myself.
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, like, you haven't been there before, and so, like, I just think you won't know. You could shake your head.
You don't know how big of a Marvel fan I am, do you?
I mean, it's fine. I'm not taking that away from you, but I still think being somewhere completely new and experiencing all that stuff for the first time, like,
It's just 3 hours. in my life.
dude, there's so many things that I give a fuck about when I'm here
Dude,
that I didn't even think twice about when I was there.
Even when I go visit my mom in fucking New Mexico or Arizona, like I don't think about, oh, there's a movie out I want to see, or and that's just fucking a 5-hour drive to Arizona or 12-hour drive to New Mexico or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
I don't think about that stuff because it's not even that there's other things that are priority. It's just that other stuff inevitably ends up coming up where I just don't.
Right.
Well, in New York, I went to. This was with Ryan.
But that's
that's
exactly why though.
No, we went to the Angelica Theater where Kevin Smith,
Yeah.
where Clerks was playing.
You
But
went
we went for
for a
that
specific
reason.
thing
Yeah.
at a specific place.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that the product has kind of sucked, but like, I didn't watch or give a fuck about wrestling anytime I was there. I didn't miss it at all. I haven't.
Did you watch sumo?
Yeah, I watched Sumo because there was a tournament happening while I was there. I kind of fall into what's happening in Japan. I got really into baseball there because I love baseball there. So
Not to mention that baseball here's been fucking garbage.
yeah, so I watched that stuff. It was cool watching them talk about, talk about Otani and stuff. I think now just because, I mean, not that I didn't know this, but having been there with Otani there and like hearing it said, I can't call him Shohei Otani anymore because everyone there refers to him as Otani Shohei because that's his fucking name.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm gonna always. I won't call him Shohei anymore. But But yeah, I just kind of fall into that like thing. All of a sudden, when I'm there, things that matter in Japan are what matter to me the most. Like, I didn't care about video games. I didn't care about movies. I didn't care about TV shows that I was missing. I would check the score of the Angels, obviously, and then.
But you watched Game of Thrones.
Well, I didn't want that to be spoiled. I was afraid that'd be spoiled, and I watched that at like.
And that's why I would watch Endgame, because I didn't want it to be spoiled.
Well, I didn't get that spoiled, but Game of Thrones was being talked about everywhere, and it was a whole season of stuff that I just felt like that was just too risky.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that at her grandparents' house
Comfort of
at 1 a.m. when everyone was going to sleep.
When
Like
you
it's just
should have
what,
been in bed.
yeah, it's just what we watched when we were going to sleep. But yeah, like I mean, man, like I know you were watching it with me a bit. Like when we do this stuff, I fucking love sumo wrestling. It is so entertaining, and I was happy to be there during a tournament. I thought about going because it was happening in Tokyo, but I'm like, well. I mean, I've done that, and there's other stuff that we were thinking about doing, so I didn't want to commit, because I'm like, next time I go, I want to get one of those really fucking close seats, which means I'd have to buy the ticket kind of in advance.
Right.
And I didn't want to commit to being like, well, on this day we can't go here because I already have this, because I know we were talking about traveling other places, more places than we ended up going to.
Right.
And so I didn't want that not to happen, because smack in the middle of it, like, but I already bought these tickets for the sumo tournament. The sumo tournament started, I think, May 12th, and it goes for 2 weeks, 15 days. But the next time I want to go, like, I want to have it where I'm really fucking close. Like, hey, there's this fucking white boy in an angel hat, like, in the background. Because I've done it where I've been further back, and it's fucking amazing to go. And literally, if you go, you buy a ticket, it starts at 8 a.m. You could be there all fucking day long. It's just the stuff that matters, or that's more important, the better wrestlers, the higher ranked people are there. Like, they start about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. But there's this guy named, I have to show him to you. His name's Enho, and he is fucking tiny. Like, he's smaller than everybody else, but he's so fucking good. Like, he is in one of the upper divisions, and he's fast, and he's strong, and he has good strategy. And it was just so awesome to watch him. Like, he instantly became one of my favorites, because I hadn't really been following it that much. Like, I'll check results, I'll see who's winning, but this is the first time in a while that I've really sat and watched it, and now I'm like hooked again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's just kind of what happens to me. I get into their baseball scene, I get into sumo wrestling there, I get into their TV there. It's just, Japan is sensory overload. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
It's sensory overload.
While you were gone, I saw an amazing episode of Family Guy that I'd never seen before, and it's one where Quagmire was on a Japanese soap opera. Have you seen that episode?
I think I've heard
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
Okay. It's really fucking hilarious. Holy shit, it's funny. But I immediately thought of you. I was like, holy shit, this is funny that this is on right now of all times.
Yeah. But that's the only way that I could describe it. I see it. That's the only way I could describe it, is just Japan is sensory overload and almost overwhelming, because there's so much to do and see and eat.
Yeah.
I can't comprehend it, But anyways, enough about that. Broken Wolf asked, not to interrupt the conversation, did anyone see Double or Nothing?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
What's that? Wrestling?
Wrestling, yeah.
That was the wrestling thing I was watching last weekend after we recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It was fine. It was.
We're Bryce and I are like not complete polar opposites of everybody else, but we are definitely on the side of.
Let's get into the news.
Okay.
Now, this news I added just because of a personal connection. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways,
you made this comment in Voxer, and like I was just half awake, and I was sort of annoyed because you ignored what I said about Sabrina beforehand. So I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna ignore what you said about this.
I did?
Yeah, because I told you, I said, well, I finished season 2 of Sabrina. You got some watching to do, and you completely ignored that comment. I'm like, oh, well, I guess he's not going to watch it.
I could have swore I commented, but
No.
maybe I just did it in my head.
Yeah, and so then you said this, and I wanted to know, like, what the hell does he mean when he says my writing teacher or whatever? I'm like, oh, fuck it. He ignored me. I'm going to ignore him.
All right, so Veronica Mars, as we know, is coming out July 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is going to be writing, or has written, for Veronica Mars. Him and the person who wrote his biography, his biography book, which was my old script writing teacher.
Oh, okay.
So,
the person that helped him write his biography book. Got it.
Yeah, because he talked about that in his class, how he wrote for What?
Come on, just context, man. You have to realize all you did was send this link, and it's all about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I was like, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was Rick's writing teacher. I'm like,
great.
what? And so I kept reading I read the whole article to see what am I missing. I'm like,
So yeah, his name is Raymond. I can't say his last name.
where is it?
Should just call him Mr. Raymond then, or what?
Oh, where is it?
It's here. So yeah, he wrote Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's.
Ghost wrote the biography. Gotcha.
There you go. Yeah, and
It's probably
Raymond
Obsfeld or something.
Obsfeld, yeah.
OBST Feld. Like some. It's probably the T's probably silent. It's probably Obsfeld.
Yeah. So when I took his class, like he mentioned that, and then he kind of like, I mean, it was a class, so he was teaching us how to write for television and for
Where was this at?
movies at OCC.
Mm.
And yeah, and one of like the like he showed us like strong pilots. So we watched The Sopranos pilot, and then we also watched the Veronica Mars pilot, and then we watched another one. I don't remember what it was, but
Hi Ash. She
Hey.
yelled my name.
Oh.
I'm back.
So
and hey Mike and Rick.
so yeah, so
How funny. We're just now starting the show properly, by the
I
way.
know.
Yeah,
That's true.
Even though we've been doing this for
For an hour.
Yeah, easy.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar apparently is a fan of Veronica Mars.
Okay.
And had, I guess, some sort of connection with Ron Thomas, and how he mentioned to him how he wanted to write
Okay.
television and stuff, and he wanted to bring his writing partner, which is my old script writing teacher. So they's like, all right, well, why don't you just come on to Veronica Mars, because it's obviously that you're a fan and that your writing partner is also a fan. He's a big fan of Veronica Mars too.
Okay.
Don't gloss over stuff. He's also a big fan of iZombie. And
Well,
he
yeah.
showed up on iZombie too. Like that there's key points in this article that you're missing.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
read
talk,
it a
you talk,
while ago.
you talk.
But anyways, the whole point of it is I just thought it was kind of cool knowing him and how much he liked the show. Like he's actually getting a
That's
pretty
pretty
good
cool.
gig on a really good show. Because he's written...
Well, we hope it's really good.
He's written for Hallmark channel.
Oh.
He's written some stuff for that. And he's also...
Arr.
I mean, you can job is a job, man. But he's also written other things too. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool that having him as a teacher and him showing us Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
And now he's a
He's
writer.
writing on it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I love his cameo in Basketball.
That's right. He was in baseball. Huh?
Yeah. He's in the trophy room of the evil basketball owner, team owner.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, yeah. He's a fan of iZombie too.
That's cool.
Right. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring this on here because of that. I just thought it was kind of cool, and
That is pretty cool.
the show's coming out soon, so.
Yeah, if Rick can talk about Veronica Mars for any fucking reason,
I'll be
he's
interested
going
to see
to.
what episode.
This is iZombie's final season. Pretty soon that'll all be up on Netflix for you to finally fucking watch. Should have watched it while it was on. You're probably why it's not getting renewed.
Yep. It's all your fault, Rick.
It's all my fault. Anyways. But next we have here is a trailer request from Tim.
Tim Sanchez.
Yes.
Tim.
How many of these occurred while I was gone?
What?
Tim Raven requests.
2 or 3?
I think.
Oh, wow.
2.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is for In Fabric.
Okay.
Let me switch over to movie.
It's going to be like a horror movie about sewing. A seamstress.
Well, making clothes out of people's skin.
Yeah.
I know Ritzy Farts here, Depressed Fest, day 24.
Mm-hmm.
A purchase on a horizon?
I'm just looking, thank you.
The hesitation in your voice, soon to be an echo in the recesses of the spheres of retail. The dress is your image, onto what you project through an illusion.
I'm just going on a date. I don't normally wear this kind of thing.
Be bold. Your date will compliment you. I would like you to announce the numbers to your telephone.
01632 960 7.
7 and 8 and 6 and stop.
As promised,
Thank you.
you look different.
Oh my god, what's that? That looks nasty.
Maybe just the washing powder.
Oh, I hope it isn't catchy.
How's it going, Sheila?
Everything's fine.
What happened to your hand?
Washing machine went bananas.
Miami will know me.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's just a cheap bit of mystery.
I think something's wrong with that dress.
Don't tell me you're scared of a dress.
The dog ripped it to pieces.
It's brand spanking new almost. Such a pretty dress.
Anything nice in the sales?
Just a dress.
Oh shit.
Come on, Rick. That got you?
Of course it does. That all shit like that always gets him.
Hang on, let me.
It's weird.
Okay, so that's interesting, Tim.
It was weird.
That was
Yeah,
weird.
I don't know.
It's Christine, but a dress.
Christine, but okay.
It is. It got destroyed and then it was fine again.
Yeah,
it's just like
yeah.
Christine. It's Christine with a dress.
I don't know if I'm in for that one. I think
I
that's
mean,
something-
there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Like, it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird and creepy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I've felt the need to watch Human Centipede. You know, I feel like maybe if you're just feeling like watching a movie about a haunted dress.
I mean, but like again, what makes that any less viable than a haunted car or a haunted house?
Nothing.
Amityville Horror was just a house.
I think if they removed the part with the washing machine going kind of crazy, then maybe they would have had me. But that I thought was kind of cheesy.
But
I was good with all the other
and
stuff.
any movie that deals with like a possessed inanimate object does shit like that.
Yeah, I know, but it's just something about the presentation.
Okay.
And the context
Gotcha.
of it.
You mean of the trailer?
See, look, James back, and I'm already being James not here, and I'm already being combative. Like,
Yeah.
I noticed. Did you catch when I said
No.
that on the show? I said I noticed that when James is here, I'm a lot more positive.
Yeah, I don't know. I get your
You're talking
point,
about
but
the
it just
presentation
doesn't
of the
do it for
trailer?
me. I just something about like
washing machine.
Mike's saying how's it like Mike's trying to say like how's it different if you're watching like say we're watching Annabelle or something and the washing machine goes all crazy or whatever, and I said that bothered me in this trailer because I know it's like from the dress being in it and being washed. Like he's like, how's that different? And like I can see his point, but it's just something about just the context and the presentation of it. I know so far all I'm seeing is a fucking dress. I'm not seeing
Right.
someone actually get in the dress and do it. Like I don't know. It's just me. It's my thing.
Which I think if it was a ghostly apparition in the dress causing the problems, you'd hate it because you don't like when people do things like that.
I don't know.
You don't like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it looked cool. It's different. It's weird. It's creepy.
It's just like it's the same thing. Like,
I'm not gonna run out and see it though.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to be combative in that sense. To where
Right.
like, oh, you're gonna fucking see it. Like, no, probably not. But I like again, there's nothing different in that trailer than anything for like Christine or Amityville Horror or anything where it's an inanimate object that is possessed by some kind of evil.
right. Yeah. I guess like it's just like I don't want to watch a movie about a haunted couch or a haunted bed. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I guess that's what I mean by the presentation. I guess it's all
Yeah.
just how it's presented.
It's the thing.
I
itself.
see it's subtle. I get what you mean, but it's just like I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
Okay. Fair.
Now like
Fair
some
enough.
I don't know, like some
Yeah.
some toilet paper that's haunted that when you use it like eats your ass or something. Like maybe I can get behind that.
Rick, pulling out, spread, getting off, eating ass. I think we've covered our
I'm glad I can bring this.
not safe for work tags for this week's
I'm
show.
glad I can bring this show back to the next reading.
Yeah. It looks fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it to me. I just don't know if I'd go out and see it. I inherently like watching horror movies at home more so than in a theater. I think there are some movies that are fun experiences to have in a theater. But I don't know. For the most part, I definitely enjoy watching. And again, you might be able to go back into our archives where I say the exact opposite. But I think it depends on the movie itself.
Yeah, I do think it adds to something. But yeah either way.
Like,
Thank you for the submission.
Yeah, for sure. Keep it up,
always.
Tim. Keep it up.
Yeah, we don't have to like it.
Yeah.
You know, like Mike said, there wasn't anything wrong. There really wasn't anything wrong. There was a few moments where I actually was I'm like, well, maybe I'm in for this. But I don't know. I could see that being something that maybe gets watched like on a Halloween or like a scary movie night as part of a list of, hey, let's watch this kind of creepy movie and this creepy movie. But yeah.
Next trailer.
All right, so the next trailer we have here is from Netflix.
What isn't from Netflix?
Who would have
Jesus
guessed? All right, so this is for The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I've never watched the original Dark
I was
Crystal.
just going to say.
I don't know if you guys have.
I don't even know what it is.
What?
I've never heard of it in my life.
I have not. It's Henson. It's Henson Puppets.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's. I haven't seen it. I've seen it in bits and pieces, and I haven't seen it for a very long time. But my wife loves the Dark Crystal. Loves the Dark Crystal. So
sounds like drugs.
Yeah.
You said it the she loves the Dark Crystal.
So I told her about this, and she goes, "What?" And I go, "It's a TV series." And she goes, "What?" And I go, "It's going to be on Netflix." And she goes, "Oh, maybe I'll watch it."
Why does that let her down?
No. It was down until it was Netflix, and then it was, oh, okay, I'll probably watch that. Okay. Because it's easy to watch.
I thought she was excited.
I don't think she still watched the trailer. I tried to make her watch it the other day, but she hasn't watched it yet.
All right.
That's driving me nuts.
Everything it touches.
What is the darkening?
Behold.
What's the series?
I see many endings lay before us. Some good, most bad. What have the Skeksis done? No one.
So, having not seen the movie, Rick, what made you put that in the notes? Just out of curiosity.
Just because, like, I've heard many, like, people really like this. I know of, and like people were talking about the trailer too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was curious. Like, this is my first time watching it too. I didn't watch it beforehand.
Okay.
And I've also seen memes where people put the Olsen twins next to the original Dark Crystal characters.
All right.
But anyways, I was just curious, and I think it looks pretty cool.
It does look cool.
Is that little at the end supposed to be like a big nod to something?
I don't know.
Sounds like
I have
Yoda
no idea.
to me.
Again, I haven't seen any of the Dark Crystal in a long fucking time, and when I did see it, I always caught it like on TV in bits and pieces. I've never actually sat down and watched the whole movie.
I like that they're using puppets. I thought that was cool. Although looks like there's some animation and visual effects on the puppets. Just I think to make it look more smoother than puppet.
I'll watch this. I mean, I'll totally watch this. I'd be curious to know what Alexis thinks about it. Because she loves that movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And so does Ben. Ben loves The Dark Crystal also. It's not like, oh, what? You've never seen it? Like, the fact that you had no idea, you'd never heard of The Dark Crystal kind of baffled me.
No, I've never heard of it.
That's funny. It looks really cool. I like the look of it.
I like the purpleness color. I like the colors of this.
I'm excited to see where that goes and how it's received by people. Again, I'll have to sit down and make Alexis watch it so she can tell me what she thinks. Because, like I said, she loves that movie.
Probably Ben, too.
Yeah. I don't care what Ben thinks.
All
right. That's gonna. What did it say was coming out? August 30th. So. That doesn't pique your interest?
It looked like a cool trailer. I don't know.
Too fantasy for you?
No, I'm not against fantasy. Like, I don't know. I don't know that I'll sit. I don't want to say that I won't watch it. I just don't know that I'm gonna be enticed to like on August 30th. That's what I'm gonna watch. You know,
I'm not gonna run to it.
Yeah, as someone who loved Fraggle Rock growing up and loved the Labyrinth and all that shit, like I'm definitely gonna watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We got one more trailer.
It's a wide aspect ratio.
What's apparently a wide aspect ratio?
It's a wide ass.
There we go. We're adding to it.
This is Onward from Pixar. It stars Chris Pratt and Tom Holland.
Cool. So
voiced.
This is gonna be this year too. Is Toy Story this year also?
Yep.
So we're getting 2 Pixar movies.
June 20-something or other is Toy Story 4.
Hey, get back to work! Hey, Mom. Stop it! Blazy, down! Sorry, I didn't get a chance to walk her. Oh, bad dragon. Back to your lair.
Come, dear brother, our destiny awaits.
Okay, I'm coming.
I see you've brought sustenance for our adventure.
No, it's garbage for the trash can, and you left the lid off. Oh, shoot! Get out of here! Shoot! Get out! Ugh, unicorns.
We're going on a grand and glorious quest.
It's not a quest. It's just a really fast and strange errand.
It's totally a quest.
That character design had a real Little Monsters feel to it.
Yeah,
it does.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm kind of good with this just based on that.
Yeah, I think that looks really. It's just cool to see like something original.
Yes,
you know?
for Christ's sake, yeah.
So
and,
I'm down.
And like an actual trailer, and not like the Pixar name and then the title of something and that be it.
Yeah, I think that looks really interesting.
That looks really cool.
That looks.
So that's next year, March 6th, 2020. I was gonna be like, are we really gonna get to?
That is a long trailer for something that's not coming until March.
Yeah, but it really didn't show much. Though.
That's what.
It introduced us to the world. I like that.
I like it.
I like that. Yeah, I think that looks really good. I'm kind of excited about it.
Did you get that Little Monsters vibe before I said something about it?
I can't say I thought that, but I could see it a little bit now, yeah.
Because the brother looks like the bad dude from Little Monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I love that movie. We should go home and watch that movie now.
You know, when I didn't want, this was the first time watching the trailer, but when I saw the poster, I saw it and I felt like there was something familiar about it. And as soon as he said it, I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It had that little monster look to the characters.
I love that movie.
Um,
I hope this is good because as soon as I saw like the character design, I was like, oh, that made me smile because it felt like that.
Yeah. I'm so in on this. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm more excited about this than fucking Toy Story 4, which I'm not gonna be
yeah,
seeing.
me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it. I think Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 4. But
You mean Toy Story 2 too? Because it's the story again.
You've got an AMC list, so why not?
that's why. Yeah. But
That looks really cool.
But I like this a lot more for sure.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
They developed a world in the trailer. Like
Yeah, it's
they
kinda
actually did
interesting.
something out of the ordinary for Pixar lately. In there, they developed something that made you like latch onto it right away.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, dude. The more I think about it, the more excited
pretty
about
cool.
it I am. Yeah, very cool.
That was a strong trailer.
Yes, it was, man.
Good job, Pixar.
Or whoever you have cut your trailers. Good job on them.
Yeah. It says here from the team behind Monster University.
Which was a great movie for being a sequel, prequel, or whatever.
Dan
I really liked it.
Scanlon.
Did you see? Have you seen Monsters Inc?
Yeah,
Monsters Inc.
Me
I haven't
or
seen the
you?
Universe.
Yeah, I saw it.
And did you see Monsters University?
I think I have seen Monsters University in bits and pieces.
That's a really good
I
one.
love Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
I actually saw that at the El Capitan Theater.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think Alexis is going to see Aladdin there next Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You obviously, you didn't comment, and I know it's not on the show and I don't want it to be, but you didn't watch that second Annabelle trailer, right?
I didn't.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Don't.
I didn't put this in the notes, but I did go see a movie yesterday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to review it, though, because I know you guys want to see it, so I'm wondering if
Give
should
your
I wait?
impression. Give some impressions.
I went to go see Booksmart.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
First impressions, fucking loved it.
Nice. Okay.
I liked it a lot. It did a lot of cool things. Olivia Wilde directed this. I think this is their second.
I think it's actually her directorial debut.
Oh, I thought she did Drinking Buddies. I thought she directed that too.
Thought this was her.
No. I think you're right. No, you're right. Yeah. But yeah, the characters in the two main girls in this are amazing. They're so good.
Well, one of them is Jonah Hill's sister, right?
Yeah.
And the other one I know because I was, she.
I don't know.
I guess she still is. She's in Tim Allen's show Last Man Standing, and I used to watch that when it first started.
It's not
I
a
don't
bad
watch
show
it anymore. Yeah.
You know she looks a lot like Sarah Dietschy, John Hill's.
Yeah, she kind of does.
Right?
YouTuber, don't fucking pigeonhole her as somebody's girlfriend. YouTuber extraordinaire.
Well, no, I said Sarah Dietschy.
Then you were just gonna say John Hill's girlfriend.
Well, I was gonna say you didn't know, but I guess you do know. So
I didn't know.
I
think I kind of know
watch her
based
channel,
off
but-
what little I've seen.
no, I watch her channel.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I watch her.
Yeah, I bet you
That's
do.
how that felt.
Yeah, that's how it is too. Rick's way into her.
I guess. But anyways,
We
yeah,
just got
I've
the
really
total brush off. Like, fuck you guys.
She does look like her for sure. Yes.
Yeah. I really liked it a lot. All the characters in these felt really strong, and it just puts you in that mindset of like being back in high school, you know, and having that one friend that you always hang out with. You know, or I guess maybe with you guys is multiple friends. Me, I only have like one real friend.
The Randall to your Dante.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie a lot. Everyone in this is great. They had a really good cast. Lisa Kudrow and Will Forte. Fucking hilarious. And the principal, played by Jason Sudeikis.
Okay.
Was great too. I like him a lot.
There's some fucking heavy hitters in this movie, man.
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
Yeah.
So do I.
But yeah, we could talk more spoilery about it when you guys go see it. But overall impressions, I loved it a lot.
Cool.
It was like can't hardly wait mixed with. I know it's a movie you're not a fan of.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I
Right.
think that
I didn't know that.
it's fine. 10 Things I Hate About You is a better high school movie.
Oh man, this might be
But-
my last time on the show.
But it kind of gave me that vibe, along with like that '90s era
Yeah.
of like graduation movies. Like even I would say American Pie.
Well, you also said Superbad.
Yeah.
And then Superbad too. Yeah.
I just wonder when Jonah Hill's sister's gonna stop doing movies like this and go completely artsy, like. I'll just be waiting for it.
So someone that I really like that I'm super late to the party on, another one similar to Charlize Theron, is Olivia Wilde. Like, I was never big on the Olivia Wilde bandwagon until I saw a movie a few years ago. I talked about it here. It's called Love the Coopers with John Goodman
That one.
and Diane Keaton.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Olivia Wilde really won me over in that movie. And then I've since been a big fan of hers. So I think she's really funny and really good in that movie in particular. Really endearing. Anyway, I'm glad you liked it. I'm very excited to see it. I want to see it. I should go see it.
Yeah,
when does the other one come out? Because like the trailers dropped for this one and that other one that's got Seth Rogen in it, and they both use the same. Oh, is that what it's called? Yeah, they both use the same song.
I think it comes out in July.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They use like the same exact song. I don't think you were on the show when we watched these trailers.
No, but we did watch Good Boys
because James
was on, and when we saw the trailer, the first time I saw the trailer was right before Rick and I saw Long Shot.
Ah, okay.
Which is fucking amazing, by the way, Bryce.
Is it?
Fucking amazing. Yeah.
Good Boys comes out August 16th. But yeah, the trailers we watched on the show, they use the same song. It's really
fun. The Run the Jewels song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the song, yeah.
Because I brought that up with Good Boys. I was like, I fucking love Run the Jewels, and I'm glad that their shit's everywhere. But that's awesome.
All right. That's it for entertainment.
Okay.
I mean, this is still entertainment too.
Jump into video games.
Which is entertainment.
So real quick, this is a quick story. Rick, you don't have to pay for Borderlands The Handsome Collection because it's going to be free on Tuesday. But when I told you to buy it, it was only $5. It's not like you would have lost a shitload of money on it. It's been regularly on sale for $15, and a few weeks ago, it was on sale for $5 right before the reveal of Borderlands 3, and then it went back up to full price. But now, it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus starting on Tuesday. So if you have not played Borderlands 2, I suggest going out and get it because it's free. And it comes with all the DLC, and the DLC is fucking amazing. And there's some hot rumors and speculation that during E3 in 2 weeks, they're actually going to drop some DLC for Borderlands 2 that ties together Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3.
Sweet.
Also, the other free game this month is going to be Sonic Mania, and it's the good Sonic game that came out last year. That takes older levels and reimagines them and adds some new things to it, but they're straight up Green Hill Zone #1, as you see right here, and the bonus levels. And this is from what
exactly like
what I read. This was the good Sonic game, and Sonic Forces that came out right after it sucked. So I'm excited because I never actually.
Oh my god, that looked fucking phallic.
I never got Sonic Mania when it came out last year because I didn't want to pay $25 for a Sonic game that I was going to be let down by, because that seemed to be the trend of Sonic games. I'm just going to be let down by it. But now that it's free and all the stuff out there about it being good is out there, I'm excited to play that. But the important thing to take away is Borderlands The Handsome Collection. Get it.
So did you do some arm twisting with Rick? Because I feel like before you didn't sound, even before it was free, you're like, I just don't know if
Well,
I'd be into
we
it.
talked more about Borderlands 3 subsequently.
When I wasn't on the show?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I told them about all the quality of life improvements and all the new things and the story and everything. And I had pretty much had him convinced to get Borderlands The Handsome Collection because it was the cheapest one at the time. But now that that's free, maybe I can strong arm him into getting one also. The remaster. But yeah, man, Borderlands 2. I'm excited because I want to go back into that world. I finished Borderlands 1. I'm almost to the platinum. I have 7 trophies to platinum. Borderlands Game of the Year edition. I need to get to level 50 with a character, and I'm at level 46 with one of them. And all the other stuff are online trophies. I need to be in a duel, win a duel without losing any health. And it's all multiplayer stuff that you can do there. So it looks like I'll be platinuming that. I just don't know when because I've been stuck playing Days Gone. Really liking it. I don't know if you saw last week I talked about it.
No, I didn't watch you guys at all. To be honest,
Whatever.
yeah.
Whatever. Normally, normally when he's there, at least he clicks on the videos so our play counts from Japan go up. But he didn't even do that this time.
I didn't even think to do. Well,
man,
I didn't think to do
get
that.
out of here. Go back.
I didn't think to do that. That's fine. I'll gladly go. I did that for Rick when man. I didn't do. I did that for your vlog, but you aren't. You're like a retired vlogger now, so. I should have done that for us.
So yeah, man, everybody go out and get Borderlands: The Handsome Collection.
Borderhands.
Yeah.
And Sonic Mania on Tuesday. Next story, Rick.
Oh, by the way, I added it to my library. Overcooked.
Overcooked?
Yeah.
Did you get it in the library before? Okay, good.
Yeah, before.
I did before yesterday. Tuesday. Yeah, you have to do it before Tuesday.
I did
That's
yesterday.
awesome. Okay. Major crazy sale going on from the 7th, I think, through the 14th or something like that. June 7th.
It's right there. 7th to the 17th.
17th. Okay, so it starts the 7th. And the reason I brought this up is because Days Gone is going to be $20.
Yeah, I saw that.
PSN.
Already?
Yeah.
What's for this sale specifically?
Okay, that's crazy though.
Yes.
So I'm gonna buy it.
Game just came out.
Fucking insane.
That's crazy. I didn't expect something like so soon to be so cheap.
God of War, $20.
That's the newest one, right?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah.
MLB The Show, $20.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally it doesn't even get that low after the new one comes out.
Yeah.
So
that's
this is special for the SIFs during E3. They're not going to be at E3, but they want everybody to know, hey, we're doing shit. So there's a major sale. I really like the Days of Play Xbox, the black, charcoal black look. Yeah. Yeah, the PlayStation.
That looks nice.
It looks really nice.
You called it an Xbox.
I know I did. But I really like the Days of Play edition of the PS4. I won't buy it, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. Look how cool that looks.
Is that a pro or is that a normal?
I think it's not a pro. Or maybe it is a pro. I don't know. Either way, it looks fucking cool. All these sales going on, I think, is great. There's like bundles going on for VR right now that will start during the 7th to the 17th. And all the PlayStation Hits games that are $20 are going to be $10.
Wow.
So if there's games you've missed that are part of the PlayStation Hits program, they're going to be $10. So go through and check that out. I know Gran Turismo Sport is part of that, and it's going to be $10. So maybe I'll actually pick that up finally.
Oh, because you haven't played, or you rented it,
Yeah,
didn't you?
and they apparently added a bunch of shit to it that I was missing from it to begin with. Like the traditional career path or whatever is actually part of the game now. But yeah, man, this was just a quick thing because I wanted to bring up the sale to let everybody know that heard me talk about Days Gone last week that was like, hey, man, I want to play that now because of the way you talked about it. $20 starting the 7th.
I know I wanted to play that
The
game
VR
too.
bundle is going to start at $249.
Rick, you don't need it.
Yeah.
PS5 will be out soon enough.
Controllers, all colors, $40.
Well, the VR was going to work on PS5.
Yeah, I
so.
know, but maybe
Yeah,
they'll have
starting
some
at
newer
19,
version
though.
of that come PS5. I think they will. I think they will.
I'll probably buy the controller, though. I like the controller
I
a
don't
lot.
think they'll sell that separately.
No? Oh, I just saw the separate picture for it, so I thought...
They might. They ended up selling
Well,
that.
it says all colors right here.
Yeah, controllers themselves will be on sale, which is cool. So if you're on the market for a new controller, wait till here and this would be the time to buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, again, a real quick thing that I wanted to talk about because all the big games, like I think I might return to God of War and finish it now since it's $20.
Please. Greg Miller was all about this.
So I played the demo for this game on Xbox 360/PS3 when that came out, and I really liked it. But it came out in 2009, where I was stuck in, Batman Arkham Asylum, Borderlands. There was a whole bunch of games in 2009 that I just never got around to getting. Ghostbusters, the video game. But apparently, the thing that spurred this on, I don't know if it was just hyperbole or joking, but Greg Miller was saying like that somebody had all the video files from the video game on a hard drive that he forgot he had, and then was like, oh shit, I still have all this stuff. Let's do this. And they did a remaster of the game. So now it's 4K, and we're going to watch a trailer for Ghostbusters, the video game, the remaster right now.
All right.
Later. A little ranty.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the night?
You experience feelings of dread in your
Mike's gonna rant about Nintendo?
Have you or
Color
your
me
family
shocked.
actually seen spook, specter, or ghost? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Just pick up the phone and call the professional.
Call the Ghostbusters.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
God, this looks really good.
This wasn't me this time, I swear it. Who you gonna call?
I feel like I don't remember this when it came out. How much better does it look? And it came out on what?
PS3 and 360.
Now she calls my name.
There was a Wii version of the game that was
Don't
not.
let it escape with her. Hit it with fire.
What's the gameplay?
It's a third-person shooter cover. I think.
I almost
cover.
feel like there could totally be a Ghostbusters graphic adventure.
Yeah, there could.
Wait, how's Harold Ramis doing?
This is from 10 years ago. This game is a 10-year-old game that's being remastered.
Oh, okay.
And Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis co-wrote this.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
Dan Aykroyd always talked about how this is what it wanted a third Ghostbusters movie to eventually be. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you play a no-named rookie protagonist, new to the Ghostbusters. And yeah, it's Ghostbusters, man. I'm telling you, the demo for it back in the day was so much fun. But again, there was just so much that came out around that time. I never got around to it, to actually buying it and playing it. And I'm so glad it's coming out. I think it's cool that it's going to be on Switch. I'm also very worried that it's going to be on Switch. What did you guys think? You said you don't really remember this game.
I vaguely sort of remember.
I didn't play it at all.
You all in or what?
I'm definitely interested in it. Yeah, for sure. It looks really cool.
It does look really cool, and I'm glad that they brought this back out. This was Activision originally, I believe. Who's publishing it now? I'm not sure. That's inconsequential or whatever, I guess. But yeah, since it's a licensed property to begin with.
Saber Interactive and Mad Dog Games.
Okay, yeah, because I think it was an Activision published game before. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this. And before we move forward, the Nintendo thing I wanted to talk about.
Is that about this? Because you said you're worried about it.
Yes, yes, I'm worried about it for very specific reasons. A bunch of games have been coming out recently that are about 10 years old and not really remastered whatsoever. Saints Row the Third, Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, Assassin's Creed 3. So there's been games that have come out. And I have Saints Row the Third because I wanted to play it again and I wanted to be able to play it in bite-sized chunks. And it's still Saints Row the Third. It's hard to go back to gameplay-wise, but it's still very fun. But it's not a remaster, really, and it doesn't look as good as it did on 360 and PS3, which really bothers me because you would figure that the Switch should be advanced past that, or at least on par with it, right? Assassin's Creed 3, I've been seeing like side-by-sides of like, you know, the quote remaster that's on the big boy consoles, if you want to call it that, the original release of it, and the Switch version. And the Switch version, just, it does not look good. Everything is kind of washed out. The textures are muddy. Nothing pops. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, I've put, you know, a few hours into that, which is a game I bought because I played a little bit of it when it came out on PS3 and 360. Shortly after I played Dark Souls, and it was an action-adventure RPG style game. That wasn't necessarily Soulsy, but it had dragons and cool shit and medieval like fantasy stuff. So I was really excited to go back and play it. And while I'm having a lot of fun playing it, it is not a pretty sight on the Switch, handheld or on TV. And those are not remasters. Those are ports, like straight ports. This is a remaster, and I'm just worried about how it's going to look and feel on Switch if games that are ports can't be up to snuff with their source. How is a remaster that looks as good as that one looks in this trailer going to hold up?
I mean, maybe they just aren't putting in the work, though. I mean,
That's a possibility.
I don't think that it's not.
Yeah,
capable.
and again, like I said, this isn't me ranting on Nintendo. It's ranting on developers who are cramming shit onto the Switch that they shouldn't be cramming onto the Switch. Mortal Kombat looks fucking great on Switch. Does it look as good as it does on PS4 and Xbox One? No. But it looks really good, and it's a constant frame rate, and it plays like it should play. It's really good. So the reason why I'm worried is because this is literally here's an announcement. It's coming out. Like, it's not like we didn't know this was coming. I don't know how long they've been working on it. I don't know if they're literally just going to take a slider and go, this is what it's going to be on Switch, because we can't build it for the Switch, obviously, because we're working off of source material.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, again, the Assassin's Creed 3, I think, is the best way to maybe gauge it, is that remaster looks less detailed than the PS3 and 360 versions of Assassin's Creed 3, which is a fucking bummer. Because I was contemplating buying that on Switch just so I could have it portable, because I never played 3.
Yeah.
3 was the one that took place in America. 3 is the one where they killed Desmond. Like, I wanted to see the end of that story. And I was thinking about it. And it's not $60. But then that also has me super worried about another game that I'm super excited for coming to Switch, which I think I'm not going to end up getting now. But that's Grid. Grid Autosport is coming to Switch at the end of this month. But there's a new Grid game that's in development coming out this year on PS4. So, and then I found out that the people that are doing the development for Grid Autosport on Switch are the same company that did a mobile version of the game for iPhone and Android. So now, because they haven't spelled it out yet, and I haven't been able to find out, is this a port of the fucking mobile game? Or is this a port of the PS3 360 game? I can't find that anywhere.
They have, like, the same name?
Yeah. I can't find that fucking anywhere. So, yeah, I was really excited to have a driving game, as you know, on Switch, because you were here when we watched or talked about that. But now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, because the big boy one is coming, the brand new one.
Don't say I hate when you say it like that.
But it's brand new.
Yeah.
And built
No, I get that. I just don't like
Xbox
big boy
One,
because it just makes it sound like kiddie console.
Yeah.
And those are terms I don't care for.
I understand. But yeah, so like the brand new one's coming out this year also. And
I think a lot of it's on the developers.
Oh, 100%.
I mean,
100%.
The Switch isn't going to be PS4 or PS3, but it could definitely put out good graphics.
Yeah, it
you
can.
know? So,
and it can put out good, realistic graphics, like not just art style.
Yeah.
It can put out art technical. We've seen it do it. But yeah, man, Saints Row 3 in handheld mode looks great, but it doesn't seem like it benefits from being in the dock when you put it on TV.
I didn't realize you bought that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I actually got James to buy it, too.
Oh, really?
He said
he
he
had a Switch? For the Switch or just bought
Switch,
the game? Oh, okay.
for Switch because of the quote re-release.
Cool.
But yeah, so I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
I know that Nintendo's got some big things coming with a mainline Pokemon this year, and they've got more stuff in the pipeline.
Seems like they got a lot of stuff they're going to announce at E3 with the things that they seem to be getting out of the way before E3.
Right.
Including a Pokemon thing this week.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon Sword and Shield Direct this week, Rick. I don't know if you saw that. Okay.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah, so they've got some stuff coming, but it really does feel like empty on Switch right now.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that, but I bet, I don't know, let's see what happens.
And with the Metroid thing being completely scrapped and restarted and pushed, like, I hate saying this because you and I were way down on this at the beginning of the PS4 and the Xbox One, but like, it's a perfect time to release that trilogy, man.
Yeah, hopefully they do. Hopefully they do.
Yeah, and it's all on developers and publishers, like we were saying, because Resident Evil 4 just came out on Switch, and it looks awesome and looks amazing.
Oh, is it out now?
Yeah, but it's like fucking $40. Go to fucking hell.
Yeah,
Go to hell.
People are just trying to make their money because the system's selling so well still. It actually beat, did you read that it's beat PlayStation's lifetime sales in Japan?
Yeah.
PS4, that's insane.
It's a great number. It's cool to see that, but
there's no but. Like, that's insane. I mean, where's the but in it? Like, in a shorter amount of time, it's beaten its sales in Japan.
Yeah. I think that's awesome, but it's also 8 million units. It's not, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think the point is just it's surpassed the sales.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome.
Already, and the PS4 has been out way longer.
Did you see the but that's like the AEW numbers for pay-per-view. It did nearly 100,000 buys.
I don't see how that's the same though. Like,
which it did 4 times more internet traffic than the last WWE pay-per-view.
But I think that's different though. Like, people are impressed by that because the PlayStation 4 has been out for way longer, and the Switch has been out for a shorter time and has already passed the sales. Like, I think those are apples and
awesome.
oranges.
It's fucking rad. I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not a shot. I'm just saying that's why I'm like, wow, like that's where I'm glad to see, even though the content has been somewhat light, that in Japan at least it's
Yeah.
doing that well, and that the sales have kept up.
I think that's also part of the reason why content is light, because it doesn't need it, because it's selling so well. But yeah, do that fucking Metroid Prime.
Yeah, hopefully they
review,
do.
please. Give me some of that, because I didn't play that on GameCube. I played a little bit of the first Metroid Prime, but I never.
Metroid Prime is awesome.
Yeah, fucking do that. Okay. Next thing is another trailer for video games. And we talked about this last week with the rumor of it being called this, and now it's
Okay.
actually called this. So let's watch this trailer.
So you guys got some combative Mike this week, and you got some Bryce and Mike bickering this week. We're not bickering.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Actual in-game footage.
They did this with the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare also, remember that? It was like, in-game footage.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like,
No fucking way.
Actually, I haven't watched this full thing.
oh, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find them.
126 actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6, going dark.
Start clear!
Victor 6-4, green light.
Weapons on now.
Get to safety, go!
We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission.
October 25th.
I am fucking excited for that.
Okay, so fill me in, because like I know a little bit. I know by all accounts everyone's saying that this seems like a reboot of the entire series and like them almost kind of starting from scratch.
Price
But-
is in this. That was Price with the fucking thing.
Right.
He
So
was also in the other games. Yes.
why is the voice Price's voice is different though from what someone told me?
It's a British accent. It sounds similar. They might be.
I just
different.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I
It
mean,
might be a
I
different
think it
voice
actually
actor.
is. I just didn't
So,
know if
yeah.
there's a reason behind that. But yeah, like, why are people so excited about this?
Because it looks awesome.
Well, I mean,
Because
but Call
for
of
the
Duty's
first,
been Call of Duty
because
for so long.
for the first time since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, they are pushing story first.
Right.
That's why.
Okay.
And you and I really love the story for Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Yeah.
I've actually started playing the remaster this week because I got stupid excited last week when we brought this up as the quote rumor. Man, that game is still so fucking good, that story mode. And it looks great. I was telling you, they did fucking work on this game, man. Because I always say the thing about it that makes a remaster great is when you fire it up and you look at it and go, it's exactly how I remember it.
Right.
Because you remember things that you like, you remember more fondly than they actually are. Because if you went back and played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you'd still be like, wow, this looks really good for the time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't have it in my library, by the way.
Oh,
I looked.
no.
I don't know why. Maybe because I was just have been so down on Call of Duty. I was like, yeah, I played it. It's fine.
They're pushing story. They didn't talk about multiplayer yet, which I don't fucking care about anyway.
Yeah.
And from everything I've heard from the hands-on stuff, like Greg Miller talked about it. They talked about it on Giant Bomb a little bit because their Bombcast came out before the embargo was up, but the Beastcast came out after. So this Tuesday, they're really going to talk about it, hopefully, on the Bombcast. Because Jeff was down there for Judges Week when all this stuff was played. And they're talking about it in a way that everybody always hated, like, oh, they're just doing outrageous things to be outrageous. And it's, it's the Michael Bay version of trying to pull on your heartstrings of what Modern Warfare became 2 and 3 to people. But I really did like the way they actually kind of made you make choices without making you make choices in those video games. Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. They did it in Black Ops 2 also, which I really enjoyed. It's a different studio. It wasn't Infinity Ward, which isn't even the same Infinity Ward that it was 2 years ago, let alone 10 years ago. But yeah, they've already said there's going to be no zombies. They've came out and said we're not doing fucking zombies in Modern Warfare, which is great because that already gets people away from it that are going to be in it specifically for this one mode that's in another version of the video game. Yeah, because the people, the majority of the people, I guess the vocal
majority.
I won't even say majority. The vocal part of that player base that loves zombies is fucking obnoxious.
Call me obnoxious?
Yeah, you're one of them for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really excited about the story, and like everybody keeps saying like, you know, ripped from the headlines, and the thing I was fine with them calling it Modern Warfare is because like if they really use that term literally, the political landscape has changed so much in the last 3 years, let alone the last 12 years. So to see them tackle maybe something that's a little more current, I think will be really fucking cool.
Modern.
So, Rick, this will also spark your interest.
I'm already interested in this game.
The main person in charge here is former Naughty Dog and worked on Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 and Last of Us. So we've got somebody that worked at a studio that was heavy into storytelling working on this video game.
Shit, now I'm super more excited. Because this trailer looks amazing. Like the graphics in this look crazy. I mean, it says it's actual in-game footage. If that's actual in-game footage, that looks fucking nuts. And I can't wait to play. I was watching Cheesy yesterday, playing the remastered one, and I kind of wish I had it because I wanted to play with them.
Yeah.
But I was gonna buy it because this is gonna come out. And
yeah.
So yeah, like my interest is peaked, and the story is what pulled me into this.
Yeah.
I never really played online. I only played the zombie mode.
In World at War and
games. World at War was a good one.
So the thing, like I said, I got way more excited for this than I should have after hearing the rumor.
Oh, and then Wolf also says no season pass and all DLC maps are free. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and but then when I heard people talking about it on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever it was, that's when I was like, fuck, man, they're actually focusing on story. And then it makes me wonder if people got pulled off of Black Ops story to work on this story. Because Black Ops didn't end up having a story this year.
I wonder how story heavy it'll like. I wonder if that means a longer campaign then. Something people aren't going to just beat in a night.
I don't know. I kind of doubt it. But that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I'm glad you brought up campaign length. What happened to the people who hated the length of Call of Duty campaigns? Because now everybody complains when a game is, can't I just have something that's a bite-sized chunk? Can't I just beat something in 6 hours?
I know, right?
But like, wait a minute, you were just fucking complaining a few years ago about, can't something have some legs, man? Can't I get my $60 worth and play for more than 5 hours? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
Like, everybody just wants to be on the opposite side of the fence just to fucking be on the opposite side of the fence.
Pretty much.
At first, when Call of Duty games started getting shorter and shorter, and I believe Black Ops 2, I beat that in like 4 hours. I was like, what the...
That's stupid.
Because I don't play online. So I ended up renting a lot of the Call of Duty games to play the story mode. I did the same thing with the Battlefield games because their campaigns used to be longer. Then they got stupid short. And it's like, all right, if you want to use your single player mode as a tutorial on how to work the game for online, fine. But don't call it a fucking campaign. Don't call it a story mode. Don't call it single player. Call it what it fucking is. That's why I kind of almost... I won't say admire, but I think it's fucking dope that Black Ops was like, hey man, our campaign was coming together like shit. We're just going to give you the online because that's what everybody comes here for anyway.
Yeah.
And it was nice to hear that kind of honesty. But yeah, man, I am not against a 6-hour campaign if it's fucking amazing. Like Uncharted 1 is like 8 hours at best, but it's fucking amazing. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare was like 6 hours, 6-ish, 8-ish also. But it was so good. And 2 and 3 were also really good. I know a lot of people like to shit on 3. But I really liked Modern Warfare 3, and I liked it. And I'm okay with them rebooting the Modern Warfare name, especially if that's the name that they're really married to using. Because in the old Modern Warfare universe, we've dropped nukes several places.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to have a fucking video game or a story take place. So I don't mind them, quote, rebooting the franchise. I think it's cool that Captain Price is in it. Because I like
Soap's
that
in it
character.
too, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I heard Soap is in it.
Okay.
It's Greg Miller, I think, said that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Like, if I guess if it's really good, it doesn't matter how long it is. But I do like a little bit. I don't want to feel like if I beat a game in a night, I want to really feel like I put my time in and I beat it in a night. I don't want to feel like it took 4 hours and that's
You
it.
want to feel some substance.
You know what I mean? And so that's where I'm at. But yeah, if it's really good, that can make that better. Cucumber. Interesting. But yeah, so that's how I feel about that. I'm cautiously, I guess, excited about this just because I'm not a big like war theme person.
Right.
So like I think I'd wait for reviews and wait to see more trailers and wait to see more of the story unfold. I played Modern Warfare. Obviously, that was one of the first games I had for PS3.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost kind of my first dive into like a game kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know? Like a first person, like a, well, not really, but you know what I mean? Just like a more modern first person shooter. So I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess. Like I don't think I'm as hyped as you or as Rick, but that has more to do with just like, it's like how I'm not a big Western person. I'm not a big.
Yeah.
But if it's really good, then I might play it. Great commentary added by Bryce. If it's really good, you know, hey. Yeah, I might play it. It's coming through right now.
Yeah. I know, again, like I said it about the Terminator trailer, that I should stop myself from getting excited because anything can look good in the trailer. But I really want Terminator to be fucking good because it looks good in the trailer. And I tried to temper my...
We're talking about a movie or a game?
The movie.
Okay.
Dark Fate.
See, I don't know anything about shit right now.
You haven't been on that fucking long, man.
I know, but I haven't been paying attention.
So I tried to temper my excitement for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but then when I started playing the remaster,
it's not bad, dude.
And then when I saw this the next day, I was like, oh my god, I want it. I want it now. I want it so bad. So I'm really excited for this.
I'll be interested to see if it stirs up the hype that these games used to hype up before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when these games would come out every year, it was like an event.
I think it's going to stir up the hype with a different audience.
I'm anxious to see and hear more about the story. That's what'll get me into it.
I want to know what the story is going to be, and like, you know, things like that. But I also want to know what are they doing for multiplayer? Is this something that they're just going to kind of cut and paste the multiplayer on? Are they going to try something new? Are they going to? Because usually a Call of Duty game tries to add something to the multiplayer, even if it's just like, we're adding this so it feels like it's different. Like it ends up like being a yearly sports title where it's like, now we're adding dynamic physics to the baseball so it bounces differently every time. Where it's like, I don't fucking care about that, but if you feel the need to hang your hat on that so you feel like you're doing something new, whatever, I'm just not paying attention. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if it's going to be something like, oh, I hope it's not just the crossplay, because they've already said that the multiplayer is going to be crossplay.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're kind of, everybody's like, well, they're wording it to where they can back away from it, but they've already said, like, our experience, we want it to be crossplay between consoles and PCs. And everybody's like, well, that means between PS4 and PC and Xbox and PC and not all the way around. But Dauntless just came out, and that is all the way fucking around. And it tells you what console people are on when you're playing with them. That wall is coming down. That fucking wall is coming down. So if they're saying crossplay and they're not putting any qualifications on it, I'm inclined to believe that it's fucking crossplay between everything that has it.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Again, I hope that's not the thing that's like, we got crossplay, and I hope that's not the one online thing that is the online thing. I hope they try to do something different. Try to pull someone like me in. Like, there's very few online first-person shooters that I've really gotten into. You know what I mean? Like, Battlefield on original Xbox was like the last one that was really major until Paladins, which is a completely different style of game. Like, if you can pull me in with your military shooter into your online, you're winning some people over because I don't play those games online.
Are you still playing Paladins, by the way?
Very sporadically, but yes, I am. When I need, I've been trying to really get through Days Gone, so I haven't played it for a little bit. But anytime I need, like, I want to play something. TV's being used. I don't want to play Saints Row on my Switch right now. I want to just kill 20 minutes. I'll play a couple matches of Paladins for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
You ever bought Cuphead?
No, I haven't. Did you end up getting it?
Yeah, remember I told you I got it.
That's
tried
right.
to play it on the plane a little bit.
That's right.
I was like, I was tired and it just wasn't. I wanted to do something else.
Gotcha.
Instead, what I did was set the record on the plane for Tetris.
Tetris 99. I've been playing a lot of that.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got. They added DLC while you were gone.
Okay.
It's $10, and it's a.
It's
solo.
like other modes, right?
It's right now all it is a solo mode and a mode versus 98 NPCs.
Okay.
And you can ratchet up the difficulty on those.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, a marathon mode, which is something we both said that game needed.
Yeah.
That's there.
That's what I do on the plane.
Yeah, and so now you can do that on Tetris 99 on Switch.
Sweet.
And they said they're going to add more stuff throughout the year. With
So you bought it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got it day one because I wanted to play marathon mode.
Yeah.
And then the week after that came out, they had a tournament because they've added skins to the game. And if you got 100 points in the tournament, depending on where you finish, you get points. So if you could get up to 100 points in the tournament, you got a free skin, and the skin was the Game Boy skin.
Oh,
Changes
sweet.
the music to the Game Boy music.
No way.
Changes the screen
Did you get it?
to green. Fuck yeah, I got it. I got it in the first night because I wanted it so bad. It changes all the sound effects. It changes the well, so everything looks like Game Boy.
That's
it's
awesome.
so cool.
That's really
I
fucking
should have
cool.
brought it so you could see it.
Yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, it's so cool, man.
Awesome.
Game of the year so far. If Days Gone botches the landing so far this year, Tetris 99 will be Game of the Year.
I love it.
But if Days Gone sticks the landing, like I feel like it is so far, that's going to be it for now for me for Game of the Year. I know it's early, but yeah. Okay.
Wolf sent this to us. It's a Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack official.
It's the trailer for the first DLC thing, yeah.
I don't know if you want to check it out.
Yeah, we can watch it. It's fine with me. Yeah.
Do you have an interest in getting Mortal Kombat?
Yes and no. I'm going to rent it for the story mode.
I will torment you for eternity.
Do your worst, Shang Tsung.
And now a taste of things to come.
Fight!
If I'm not mistaken, is that the voice actor from the movie?
I don't know.
How long is this, Rick?
2
Not long.
minutes and 46 seconds.
Oh, cool. And added the morph pack. Cool. Sounded a lot like the guy from the movie.
I thought so too. God, the sounds. Like new film.
Yeah.
Your soul is mine.
I think that's it, man. I think it's funny that it's 2 minutes of Shang Tsung. Who else is in this fucking pack?
See, I want to stop fighting and explore the background.
Yeah, right? Then again, I'm not familiar with the roster, so he could be morphing into the other characters and we wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the roster for 11.
Finish him!
We're gonna do the fucking fireball. Oh.
What?
Oh shit! That's right, Goro.
Fatality. Shang Tsung wins.
Your soul is mine.
Dude, you can have it.
I think you just called this out.
Oh, Night Wolf. Okay, hold on. Who else? Play again.
Oh, keep playing it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So Shang Tsung, Night Wolf, Sindel. Okay.
Spawn?
And 2 more guests. Okay.
Mario movie.
I would give them all my money if they put
buy
Luigi on the Switch version, and that's his fatality. Where he just drives by you in a cart and you explode. Fuck yeah!
Oh, that'd be so good.
I'm interested to play the story mode. I really liked playing
That's
Mortal
the
Kombat
exact
with
actor from the movie.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. I used to love playing this with friends back in the day in the arcade. But I am one of the few people that really like Conquest mode in the video games that were on Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Is that Deadly Alliance?
Deadly Alliance, Armageddon, and I think there's a third one.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? So I love the story mode for Mortal Kombat 9, and I like that Mortal Kombat 10 was like, here's new stuff. And then it seems like this game, I was explaining this to James, like the story for this game is somebody, the new boss, the new bad guy, Chronica, wants to go back in time and change the storyline back to the way it was before Mortal Kombat 9.
Oh, shit.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would be definitely super interested in playing the story mode. I'll probably rent it somehow from either Redbox or maybe I'll get GameFly back so I can try it out on Switch. But yeah, man, it looks so cool. I don't like playing fighting games online. I like playing fighting games with friends so I can talk in person.
That's the thing that I like too.
And we've talked about this. I'm more of a beat 'em up guy than
a fighting game.
The fighting game.
Yeah.
Even though I did play this and Street Fighter as a kid, but yeah.
You're more like Final Fight. Things like that
sort of thing.
Streets of Rage.
Yep. Exactly that. Are Switch games not in Redbox stuff? Is that why you said that?
No,
it kind of makes sense. It's tiny. I think Broken Wolf. I think I heard that rumor too about Ash possibly being in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, really?
I like it.
I mean, that can be cool, I guess. I don't.
Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Ash.
I don't like the characters that are not from Mortal Kombat being in Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think Spawn is the perfect fit.
Yeah, but why?
Why not?
But why? Why? Tell me why, and I'll tell you why not.
Kevin Smith says, why not?
Because you could very easily create a character that you're just giving, like, does Spawn have a very specific fighting style moveset with special moves?
Yes, particular set of skills, yeah.
Ash has a chainsaw.
Yeah. These are characters.
Yeah, and Freddy had a fucking glove, and Jason had a machete, but I also think they were terrible Mortal Kombat characters. Because all you could do is put that fighting style on a character and create something, rather than having to pay fucking licensing fees for shit.
I like the idea for Ash. I don't care about Spawn.
I like the idea for Spawn.
I don't know. I like Mortal Kombat. I know we just jokingly shit our pants over the idea of Luigi being in Mortal Kombat on Switch, but come on.
Can you imagine them just beating the piss out of people? Like, it's a me! You know what I mean?
Kaboom!
Especially if they did it like somewhat.
Oh man, fucking Toad.
If they did it smartly, the way they put like Ryu and Ken into Smash, where if you do the moves like Ryu and Ken, it's more powerful. So if you put a character like a Nintendo-centric character that's in Smash and had it play like it does in Smash, I think that could be something. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't like. I don't like not Mortal Kombat characters being in Mortal Kombat. Give me something new for Mortal Kombat.
I get that. I see
Yeah.
your point, but I like the idea of Ash being in the game.
Yeah. And then not to mention that I'm not gonna fucking play this online or versus anybody. So why would I fucking buy these characters?
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna be able to use them in story mode because the story mode is the story mode.
Anyways. Me and Bryce are going to play. He's going to be Ash, I'm going to be Spawn.
You guys fucking get it.
Last story of the day.
Yes.
Fucking finally.
So, the thing I really want to say is like, I'm excited for this. I don't know if I'm excited just because it's Kojima. I don't know if this was anybody else, if I'd be like, this looks fucking rad.
No.
'Cause I got stupidly hyped for this when I watched this the other day. stupidly hyped.
Like after having watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was on that train too.
Okay, because like I feel like
Yeah, I didn't board. I don't think I boarded that train. Like, I watched it and I got more.
Weird, but...
I liked that I got to see more of what this game is, because prior to this, I still had no fucking clue what this game is. And honestly, after the trailer, I still don't know what the game is. I'm more into the story. Like, the story part of it has me kind of excited. I'm still kind of confused of what the gameplay is going to actually be.
It's fucking Metal Gear.
I mean, it does kind of just
Metal
seem like
Gear.
Metal Gear.
And if you'd want
with Norman Reedus.
If you want to go even further and you could compare it to another game, the way they're using tall grass and shit, it's just fucking Horizon. It's that engine, first of all. And it's just Horizon. It's just Horizon Zero Dawn, but Kojima.
I kind of laughed a little bit because I was sort of getting into it. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing more what this game is about. This is kind of nice. And then I cracked up when it almost seemed like it was supposed to be this epic moment when he pulls a ladder out of his pants or something.
I love that.
It goes up. I mean, it was cool, but I'm just like, at first I was just sort of like, really? Like, this is your big thing? Ladder mechanics.
I love that there was so much gameplay in it. I didn't think we were going to get that much gameplay out of this trailer.
Yeah, but I'm still thrown on, like, I want to know what the gameplay's going to be like.
It's a third-person
It does seem,
game, man. It's a
it
third-person
definitely
action
does
stealth
feel
game.
like a Norman Reedus Metal Gear.
It's fucking Metal Gear Cross Horizon.
And then I'm excited.
Two of the greatest things to ever exist, so.
I'm excited at, like, I like the spookiness level of it.
Yes.
Like when Norman Reedus says whatever, it like there's a line where it says something like, especially when you're interacting with people from the other side or whatever he said, and then it shows all that. I'm like, okay, like that's cool, because I'm a sucker for anything that's like that. But I'm still firmly on the fence. I think with this, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, it's Kojima, I'm in, I'm all in. You know what I mean?
I've tried to separate myself from that this week since this trailer came out, and I love the way it looks. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn, and I loved the way Metal Gear Solid 5 played. Like, it wasn't. That's the thing. Like, if that game could have been more refined mechanically, it is. I know everybody says, including myself, that Metal Gear 5 was the best playing Metal Gear game to date. Which it was, but it was still severely lacking in the gameplay department as, you know, compared to other games. And I think that having an engine that is already so finely tuned for this style of video game with the Horizon engine, I am super excited to... It's like, I got stupidly excited for the first Rage video game because that was the first game to come out after Bethesda bought id Software. So I was under the impression and under the hopes that we were going to get a Bethesda-style story, like a Fallout 3, but with id-style mechanics like Doom and other things. Apparently, that's what Rage 2 is, and I should really play that, because apparently it's just fucking Doom. But yeah, and I ended up being let down by Rage, because the story was lacking, severely lacking, and there was nothing to pull me forward through that game. But I am hoping that this really is the outrageousness and paranormal and weirdness that Metal Gear Solid has always, you know, treaded on, with an amazing playing video game like Horizon Zero Dawn. And just by watching it, that's kind of what it feels like. I haven't played it, I haven't touched it. Who knows? It may end up being terrible. But this is going to be... This is something I'm going to buy day one. I'm going to play the fuck out of this game, and I'll probably try and convince myself to like it even if it's bad.
Wow. One of those. You're going to be one of those people.
Yeah, I am. The way people are about Red Dead 2, that's how I'm going to be about this game. Even if this game is fucking terrible, you won't hear me say that.
I mean, watching the trailer, like I got excited at the idea, because I really, for me, and it was my first one, and so I hold that near and dear, is like I started to feel... I'm like, man, if I can get the feelings I had when I played Metal Gear 4 while playing this, like, that's exciting. But, you know, Metal Gear 4 wasn't really open world, right? Like, it
was open.
It was open. I don't know. I'd almost rather it be more like that than be, and this very much seems like it's going to be open world.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see, though. Like, I'm not against that, too. I mean, it definitely, like... I'm excited at the prospect of playing some big, grand, epic adventure, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is the part I would think I was talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna wait and see.
Dude,
Because honestly, if I'm being totally honest with you, everything they've shown before this, I was excited because I do like Kojima and I wanted to see what his next project was going to be. But I was never really blown away by anything, like by those teasers.
Oh no, those
just
teasers
like, what
were
the fuck
fucking
is this?
yeah. There was nothing of substance in any of those trailers. They looked really cool, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yes, we are live.
But again,
the chat.
Oh, fucking Norman Reedus, Nicholas Refn, who's a director but playing a character in the game. Guillermo del Toro, same thing. Mads Mikkelsen, who's awesome. Fucking Lindsay Wagner. I was like, whoa, whoa. And Troy Baker.
Yeah, it was the cast in this is probably the thing that hooked me the most.
Yeah.
I mean, the game looks fine, but I felt like the thing's been getting hyped for so long. It's like I've lost interest in this. I have looked at some YouTubers' analysis on this and what they kind of think it is.
20 things you missed in the Death Stranding trailer.
Not one of those. No, this person that I watched is pretty analytical. He's done a lot of the Silent Hill, analyzed a lot of Silent Hill games.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of respect everything that he does.
What's the channel that's notorious for doing what you just what you're talking about? But what you just showed?
God.
There's like a channel they'll take a minute long Zelda trailer and it'll be for 40. That's fucking.
I don't know, but I know What Culture does it a lot with things.
Yeah.
But I don't know who does it for video games. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alt Coin Daddy, thanks for the 1 bit.
Yeah, cool.
We appreciate the 1 bit.
Thank you.
Anything you give us is very much appreciated.
These names, fucking Fragile and goddamn Die Hard Man. Dead Man.
There he is.
Ugh.
Oh, Nicholas Winding.
Yeah, it's Die Hard Man.
Two pretty good directors in this.
I think the trailer is what's giving me vibes of it feeling more like Metal Gear 4.
Okay.
Like, just because it feels more story oriented than I didn't play much of 5.
So the first 8 hours of 5 are great like that, but then you can see where the relationships start to fall apart in that game. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for this fucking game. It looks so cool. Like, it just looks cool. I like everybody involved in it. Again, if it's bad, I'm gonna say it's bad, but I wanted to fucking throw shade at Red Dead people who think that game is the greatest thing walking the earth when it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
forgot about this part.
I know I should need to temper expectations, but I got
temper them.
I got stupidly hyped for this game after watching this. I watched this like 3 times in a row.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it right away. And like I said, I'm excited, but I'm still on the fence. I want to wait and see.
I'm still I'm not gonna buy this day one. I'll probably wait to see what you say. Just because I'm not too interested in it. Like the hype just kept going down.
Teaser right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it does look like it was fun. I think it looks nice. I think it looks great, but I don't know. It doesn't call to me.
So I'm not gonna say.
And you're gonna spend most of the time by yourself and making ladders and whatnot, trying to get around these Death Eater type floating thingies. I don't know.
And that's something I love about survival horror video games is finding ways around and not having to interact with the things
the puzzle element.
Yeah,
to it.
And I know that exploration really speaks to you too.
I mean, that's why I like Breath of the Wild. That's why I like what I've liked from God of War and other games and stuff. Uncharted. I'm not gonna say what Rick said and say I'm definitely not buying it day one. I'm gonna wait to see what you say. I just want, like I say a lot on the show, I just want to hear more, and then I will make a decision on if I'm gonna buy it on day one.
And if we're being real, I honestly don't think this is coming out in November. I really don't. I don't think there's ever been a fucking Hideo Kojima game that's come out on its original announced date.
Yeah. At the same time, though, we've been hearing about this game for how many years now? It wouldn't surprise me if November is actually the time.
3
years.
Yeah. But he didn't have to build an engine from the ground up, so that's a good thing. He could kind of just throw the art assets on it, which is good. So maybe that would help the game to get done faster. But I thought this was going to be 4 or 5 years before we.
I think a lot of people thought it was going to be PS5.
Yeah.
Whereas I thought, I don't know, we still could, but I doubt it now. I thought we were going to get Last of Us 2 this year. But now I feel like that's not coming out till PlayStation 5.
That makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Because I had them flipped, man.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be getting Last of Us 2 this year. And I didn't think we'd ever get Death Stranding. Because Sony would put millions and millions and millions of dollars into it and then be like, man, we gotta cut bait here because this isn't happening. But yeah, now I feel the other way. I think that this will be here, and I don't think we'll get Last of Us 2 until PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Which is weird. But I guess not really that weird considering they really couldn't start development in earnest on Last of Us 2 until Uncharted was fucking completely put to bed and done. I know, right? It was like a week after Uncharted came out, they had that trailer for Last of Us 2, but they couldn't have been working on that for very long because they had to get Uncharted done and out the door first.
Or it could end up being like a Zelda situation.
Yeah.
Where it comes out on both.
But if it's, I mean, as for backwards compatibility, what does it matter then?
What's that?
If it's like the backwards compatibility is going to be there, then what the fuck is the point of having two SKUs?
Just for people that don't want to buy a PS5 right out the gate like you.
Well, but yeah, I mean, okay. But then where do they hurt? It doesn't hurt them at all if they don't put PS4 or PS5 on the box, if it just says PlayStation on the box. Because 5 is going to be backwards compatible because it's going to be architecturally very similar to the 4.
Right,
so
but it's just a matter, again, if people don't buy the PS5 out of the gate, but they want to play Last of Us, they could play it on PS4.
Yeah.
It's the same deal. Like, people,
okay.
If people, what was it? Yeah, people want to play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, they could have.
Yeah.
Wii U? Yeah, Wii U.
Yeah, Wii U.
Yeah.
Did you get Overcooked yet? You better put that in your thing before Tuesday.
Mm-mm. I'll get it.
Oh, Wolf, thanks for the 100 bits.
Oh, nice. Thanks, man.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Wolf. Appreciate
Thanks
that.
for coming by for most of the show.
Yeah, it was
all of the show pretty
marathon
much.
show.
Yes.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I could have. I mean, we couldn't have predicted it, but I'm just thinking, like, man, I could have slept more, but it's fine.
So I'm very excited. I'm kind of bummed that you guys aren't as excited as I am.
No, dude.
And I'm not saying you're not excited.
The seeds are planted for me to be excited, but I just feel like I need some more fertilizer.
Because I was the one when they first, like, not between us, but in general, I was the one that was like, okay, that looks fine, but I need more. Okay, that looks fine, I need more. I finally feel like I got what I felt like I needed.
I think the only thing, not the only thing, but one of the things that's holding me back is I feel like there's a lot of things in that trailer where it's just sort of confusing. Like, we're seeing these babies and then we're seeing these things come out from the dead and all this other stuff. And I think it's just kind of a lot that I'd almost wish that.
What if what if the babies are disposable and that's your respawn mechanic?
I mean, maybe, but it has something to do with, again, earlier when we were talking about, what was it? Good fabric, haunted fabric, fine fabric, whatever that movie was, in fabric.
Yeah.
It's something to do with the presentation. I feel like there's so much going on that it feels a little convoluted to me that it's sort of just like, okay.
Welcome to a Kojima trailer.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That is true. His trailers are
all, and I know, but yeah, I hear what you're saying for sure.
If it was,
and I guess I'm not shocked by that because every trailer for every Kojima game that's ever come out has been like this.
It's kind of like, there's elements in the trailer that I'm like, oh, I could really get behind that, and then they take that, or then they move on from that and switch gears, and it's kind of like, oh, this soup is really good, but I don't like bell peppers, but I like everything else in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, I want to like it. I feel like gun to my head, I feel like I probably will end up getting the game unless I hear that it's fucking awful or if just something about it just doesn't speak to me.
Right.
But right now, I'm just on the fence.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, too.
Yeah, Rick also didn't like Metal Gear 5 at all,
which
I thought was odd because the first, 8 hours of that game play like a Metal Gear game. But I understand... I understand his point of view, but I still don't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I thought Metal Gear 5 was fun from what I did play of it, but it didn't pull me in to want to keep playing it, which, maybe that was partially me too. Like, I don't know. So, but hey, at least I can play video games again now.
Yeah, no shit. You got a TV. You're back home with all your consoles.
Yeah.
4K TV.
Yeah.
Enjoying it? Watching any 4K content yet?
I'll tell you the first thing I did when I
4K porn?
No, the first thing I did when I got back, honestly, because I got back again. I don't want to turn this into a long thing, but it's like the TV went completely.
We talked about it. Yeah.
TV went completely black, like literally just days before leaving. I'm just like, fuck. So just the laptop, and then, that first night we just got tired of just watching on a laptop, and then like I'd already kind of been I'd just driven myself crazy with researching about the two TVs that I was kind of thinking of. I was gonna bring it to you guys in my head in some fantasy world. I was like, so on Saturday when I go record, I'll go talk to Mike and Rick about this, but that didn't happen, and it just got to a point to where I just need to see them in person, because reading this person say this, but this has this, like it just gets to a point where like you could read about something so much that nobody has something absolutely positive to say about each thing. Like it just drives you nuts. So I went there, I saw it in person, the TV was on sale, and I got a $320 gift card with purchase. So it's like, well, fuck, like why not, but yeah, first thing I did when I got back, I was like, well, I got a 4K TV, fuck it, 4K Netflix. So I updated it's $2 extra. I'm like, I have the TV for it. I might as well pay the Netflix.
But is there anything
extra content?
Is there a
lot
lot
of
of
originals
content?
are 4K?
Okay.
Oh, fucking Sabrina
in 4K.
And then it was like,
no, your place
it was insane. Like it was that combined with the fact that I was watching the first few episodes of that season on the broken ass TV when, as time was going on, the colors were getting more and more washed out, and it was actually hard to watch. So I don't know, it's cool, and it automatically adjusts to it. Like it'll let you know that it's going into this mode, and
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking awesome. Cool. But the first thing we did was turn on Planet Earth 2 to just like, let's really check this out.
All right.
Real quick, I put a link in the chat of the guy who analyzed the Death Stranding trailer.
Okay.
And I'll send it to you guys too. He did a pretty good job about it.
I think Gary would have made a joke about that on Games Daily this
probably.
week.
Fuck, I wish I could think gaming something. Like they always do it. I think
Gamer Ranks, Gaming Rant.
I'll find it. Yeah.
No,
it's not GameStop.
Spotting. I don't know.
I'll find it.
Anyways,
Spotting. That sounds like a channel for like menstrual cycles. It's like, sorry. All right, so that was episode number 200. Wait, 317. I was gonna say 237. Then I was gonna correct myself to say 337. The tired is seeping in. Okay. So that was episode number 317 of Some Shit We Like. If you joined us live today, Broken Wolf, Ash, somebody else did. Why am I blanking? No, but someone that's kind of a regular joined us, didn't they?
Broken Wolf?
No.
Broken Wolf.
Was it Cheesy?
Ash?
No, Ash. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Bolo
was in for
Bolo for like a second. Anyways, for whoever joined us live, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Thank you for bearing with us with our technical difficulties and just eyeing our social media to know when we go live. If you missed the live show and you're hearing this on audio, that you've already found the audio, so never mind. But if you missed the live show, that's okay, because you can find the audio. It'll be up on Tuesdays on someshitwelike.com and on your favorite podcast provider or service, and then we put up clips of the show throughout the week to whet your appetite for the full show that goes up on Friday, and that'll be the closest experience that you're going to get if you missed the live stream. So with that said,
that was Some Shit We Like.